The captain led the haka. And we're just minutes away from letting battle commence. Sonny Bill Williams slotting in at second 5 tonight in the absence of Ma'anonu. And plenty of feeling. It means a lot, the Bledisloe Cup, to this All Black team. Will Skelton, rather surprisingly perhaps, on the bench for the Wallabies tonight, but he'll be unleashed with 20 minutes to go, that's for sure. We've already mentioned David Pocock. Remarkable comeback from him after a couple of dreadful knee injuries. And of course, Richie McCaw, test number 141. Equaling Brian O'Driscoll, and all things being equal, will set the new mark at Eden Park next week. Wayne Barnes of England, the man with the whistle tonight.
We a countdown and then there's a 10-second on the screen, so and we'll go on that.
Matt Gitto hasn't played Bledisloe Cup Rugby for 4 seasons.
Thanks. Richie, time you run.
It's the 153rd meeting between the Wallabies and the All Blacks. And Wayne Barnes blows the whistle. And we're underway in Sydney as the All Blacks line it up and make a mess of it early on. Lost it forward. And the Wallabies pile in and they grab it as Fix moves it across right near the 22. So an uncertain start by the All Blacks as Phipps again shifts it out into centre field, taken down by Kepu. And Phipps again. Ghetto. Away it goes to Pocock. Now the All Blacks are going to have to defend as they move it again. 10 out from the 22. And Nick Phipps getting plenty of good early ball here as he gets it across to Foley and dropped.
They responded well, the All Blacks. It was the stutter from Phipps as he tried to gather the ball with his hands on it and enabled the All Blacks on the inside of that ruck to push us nice and quick. So the pressure was on Moore to distribute because the All Black players were right in his face as he tried to get rid of that pass. But a good start from the Wallabies, getting their hands on the ball after an early mistake by Brodie Retallick.
A great intervention from Richie McCaw. He was the one that cut it off at the pass, literally there. Slight head clash, I think, with Moore as well. But no, nothing to worry about from that result. Now, scrum for the All Blacks. Attacking situation maybe early.
Crouch. Bind. Michael. Ronnie Rito. Set.
Scrum right in centre field. Reid is going to detach, leaves it as the weight comes in from the Wallabies. That was a big early scrum.
Tackle only. Out you come, fellas.
It's on the ground though, and it's coming for Aaron Smith. Coming down just on the halfway line, and early commitment by Israel Folau. He's knocked it on though, and there it is for Aaron Smith. Swings it away for Ben Smith. Now Conrad Smith gets into a bit of a gap. Just couldn't release it to his left though, as Aaron Smith gets there. Quick hands by McCaw, fed it up nicely for Reid. Now Williams sends it on. Carter losing control of it. Loose ball. Milner-Skudder has to go back. His first touch, and he got a pass off to Coles, but one of the Wallaby players left his feet.
Yeah, sorry, Nisbo. It was Adam Ashley Cooper who actually went down on the player while he was on the ground. You can't do that when he goes down. To get the ball, you've got to let him regain his feet before you can then make contact with him. But a little bit of jitters from both backlines, some spilt ball early doors. It's not by any means difficult conditions out there for handling, is it, Smithy?
No, not at all. It's perfectly dry. I don't think there's an issue there. It's just nerves and pressure. Talk about pressure. How about that scrum? And how well did Kieran Reid do to get New Zealand out of a deep hole there?
Certainly did. It was a very impressive Wallaby scrum first up. The All Blacks will be well aware that they're up for that contest early in this match.
Line out throw then for Dane Coles.
No, on your touch, Judge.
Nigel Owens, one of the assistant referees in this game.
Numbers right. 6 in.
Another one is Federico and Simi.
Okay.
4-3-2-6.
So now Coles.
6-2-6-2.
Combining well with Kano. Dropped it off to McCaw. Coles got it back. Quick hands. And the All Blacks looking pretty slick here as Conrad Smith finds himself in a bit of a gap. Ball comes loose. Now here's Ben Smith. Aaron Smith works it away for McCaw. Quickly got it across to Franks. And it's come on the Wallaby side.
David Pocock.
And yeah, turned over and snapped up by Dean Mumm. And now off it goes through the arms of Sio. And Drew Mitchell puts it down. And Milner-Skudder might have knocked it on as well. So a double knock. Both sides endeavouring to move the ball, but the mistakes early on.
Yeah, just some handling errors under pressure. Here's Pocock in over the ball, rips it free. He's going to be a menace all night. McCaw was on him trying to get rid of him, but his technique is just so very proficient. Pocock, and again, we see the ball shifted wide, a little bit of space for Drew Mitchell, but he couldn't handle it.
Let's go. Just to the left. Thank you.
So the All Blacks now have a setup where they have Milner-Skudder just in behind Carter. So the way you usually work it on this sort of a setup is Milner-Skudder probably sitting behind somebody like Sonny Bill Williams as the second man option for Carter to either hit Williams or go in behind a Skudder. I'd love to see Milner-Skudder on his test debut get his hands on the ball early.
Second scrum. First one wasn't too good from the All Blacks. They hold this one okay, though. Here is Carter. Drops the little pass off to Sonny Bill Williams, but he's well taken down in the tackle of Kurandrani. And Aaron Smith delves in, finds it for Carty. Drops it off here to Milner-Skudder. Already through a couple of tackles. Some good go forward here.
Pocock again.
Pocock's turned it over once more. Now Phipps away from Moore. And the Wallabies look to attack down the right wing side through Falau. Had the ball ripped off him, though, by Savia. And the referee's going to play a scrum. And he lost control of it. Israel Falau.
Lost forward from 15, scrummage, black ball.
Well, he did get his hands on it, not from the set piece, but from the second phase. Milner-Skudder. Carter did well, bringing some defenders across, dropping him back on the inside, and Skudder showed how lethal he can be. Look at that, just through that first line, breaks the tackle. But look at David Pocock. In over the ball, gets his hands on it, and they just cannot move him. His second turnover in a couple of minutes. He is a danger. They will recognise that before the game. Well, it's in front of them now. They're going to have to deal with him.
And remember, he's the 8, not the 7.
Absolutely.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Smith again. Reed detaches. Off it goes to Smith. Now Williams. Carter. Now here's an opportunity. Away from Milner-Skudder. He's got support too. Holding it up. 5 metres away. First man there's Kieran Reid. Back it goes for Ben Smith. Slips the pass back to Reid as the All Blacks hoe into this. Aaron Smith works it away to Retallick. Off to Sonny Bill Williams, just short. It's there for Aaron Smith. He's looking to the blind side. The referee's got the arm out. And he's taken quickly, Aaron Smith. They haven't gone back to 5 or even 2 metres. So they'll have to do it again. It might be a yellow here. He's reaching into the pocket. And it's going to be. Well, they've lost a front rower already, the Wallabies.
Certainly have, and if the All Blacks opt for the scrum, I don't think they will. I think they'll take the easy 3. And it would certainly put a depowered Australian scrum under pressure. McCaw, I think, will take
a second, make sure you're all right, okay?
the option. But just checking on Milner-Skudder, who took a knock. It looks like he's going for a concussion test, is he?
Well, what a great set-piece move from the All Blacks, though, using 2 lines of attack there. See Sonny Bill distributing to Carter, running around the back. Ben Smith into a half gap, freed up Milner-Skudder. It was a beautifully worked move. That's one they're doing well, Justin. The other one they're doing well is they're offloading very quickly off a forward like that. Several times they've done it using McCaw. That time it was Retallick.
Very good at it, Retallick. Great ball skills for a big man. He certainly does sum the play up, makes good decisions as well. And there goes the professional foul from Kepu, which earns him 10 minutes in the bin. But you're right, it was a lovely worked set-piece move that set Ben Smith free, and the one player that did incredibly well to shut it down was Matt Giteau. He was way on the inside defending at 12. He turned and he chased, and he was the one who eventually got Milner-Skudder. So good work from the tenacious Matt Giteau. He certainly doesn't lack courage or heart. Great to see him back in the international arena.
Well, the Wallabies are at some stage going to have to run another prop on, and that will be Greg Holmes in 18. They'll lose a loose forward. That'll be one of their speedsters.
So Dan Carter closing in on 1,500 test points, gives the All Blacks the lead by 3 points to 0. Foley from halfway. The All Blacks made a mess of the first one. They get it right this time as Aaron Smith accepts the responsibility and bangs it away down as far as Folau. And the big fullback dragged down by Woodcock. 5 metres on the All Black side of halfway. Now Phipps away from Mum. Foley. Here's Moore arranging in midfield. Taken down on the tackle of Franks. Just left the ball exposed there for a moment. Now Giteau driving it deep into All Black territory, and a pretty useful kick from Matt Giteau. Well, he's a vastly experienced player. 94th test match tonight for Matt Giteau. Line out taken quickly as the All Blacks bring it out through Luke Romano. Aaron Smith getting ready to make a clearing kick here, and does give it a good thump and takes it outside the 22, safely into touch.
And touched by a Wallaby as well, so an All Blacks throw, partially charged. Wayne Barnes was right there to call that for his linesman, so good kick from Aaron Smith, and he gets the advantage also of the throw-in.
Australia! Thank you.
All Blacks took the last one very quickly. And again, it's nicely off the top from Kano. Now Carter. Taken down, beautifully taken down by Mitchell. And ducked away from the tackle of Savia. Phipps getting back. Pocock is the first receiver. Oh, thumping defence by Retallick. Now Phipps again. Foley. And he drills it away downfield. Savia very comfortable under the high ball. Carter swings it across to Milner-Skudder. Bit of broken play like this. And away he goes, Nehe Milner-Skudder. McCaw just managed to hang on and no more. Snapped up by Coles. But already some electrifying stuff from the right winger. Here's Retallick. On the charge goes Savia, getting in close. Leaves it behind for Smith. The All Blacks making all the running so far. As Franks sets it. Off now to Romano. Quick pass by McCaw. Here's Milner-Skudder again. They're having trouble putting him down. 5 metres in Australian territory as Carter gets it away to Franks. Lays it back. And now a short pass. All Blacks attacking through the middle. Retallick. And that one goes astray through the arms of Sonny Bill. But they're creating half chances. And the Wallabies really having to scramble in defence as Phipps gets back. Stepping his way through goes Mitchell. Great tackle on him, though. Made by Franks. As it looked as though it could open right through the centre. Now Phipps looking for the left boot of Giteau. Can't kick it directly into touch. But he gets it away down towards the 22. Now Ben Smith. Nothing doing out to the left. So the kick charge led by Milner-Skudder. And he arrives at the right time. Taken down by Folau. Still 15 out from the 22, Wallaby territory. Foley again kicks, but not a lot of meaning in the kick, as Ben Smith has it. Now Ben Smith held just 12 metres on his own side of halfway. A lot of movement in the game. Conrad Smith for Savia. Reed. Wallabies making a lot of tackles, having to. Retallick, short pass to McCaw. Just near the halfway line. Aaron Smith gets there again. Fires it back. Carter. Taken down late by Moore. And easily claimed by Mitchell. Now Phipps again. Clears it out. Scott Fardy has a run. Now Foley. Adam Ashley Cooper having a run. Crowd not happy about the tackle. Looked okay. Here's Mitchell. Kieran Reid hit him hard. All Blacks making these tackles count. Long sequence of play. Pocock met by Romano. Now Phipps away for Ghetto. Gets it back. Really on the back foot here. Kurandrani. Nowhere near the gain line there. As Nick Phipps. All Blacks putting some pressure on. Phipps. Easily for Ben Smith once more. Looking to attack again down the right wing side, the All Blacks. Wallabies kicking the ball. And Moore's come through offside.
Not for me.
What a period of play.
When he puts his hands on.
The ball movement, the kicks that stayed in play. The players certainly are sucking in the deep breaths right at the moment. Sonny Bill and Matt Ghetto just discussing which bar they're going to meet up with for a drink. And that's not found touch either, so that's going to go dead and go back for a scrum.
No, that's a shocker from Dan Carter, and he knows it. Just trying to chip too many metres out of that.
Well, you've got to remember also, let's not forget the Wallabies are still a man down here, so the All Blacks are squandering a few opportunities here. Wallabies trying to go wide on the All Blacks when it comes to attack. Couldn't get the width. They're a man down in terms of their attacking line. But they've kept the ball alive, which has surprised me. I thought they might try and deaden it and use some time off the clock by kicking it out a wee bit more, but they've kept it alive. But that is certainly an opportunity gone from New Zealand where they could have had a line-out drive. They won't get that now. On goes Holmes, off comes Hooper, still with a man in the bin.
Just give yourselves a little bit of room on that bind. Don't fully engage.
Well, what about the touches of Nehe Milner-Skudder? So far in this test match, he looks so dangerous every time he touches the ball. Before that big sequence, the lead up to it, what initially started, it was Milner-Skudder again, made a great line bust, got through the initial line, and I don't think McCaw was expecting the little one-handed offload and juggled it. If McCaw had handled that, they were in for all money, I think, the All Blacks, but Milner-Skudder, boy, he looks dangerous.
Crouch!
Wallabies packing Drew Mitchell, number 11, on that far side, you can see. And it's held up all right too, by the look of it. Well, up to this point it has. And there it is for Phipps. And the Wallabies, it's been charged. Now here's a real chance for the All Blacks. Couldn't pick it up, Phipps. Hacked ahead by Carter. But Phipps gets back and there's a scramble for the ball. And referee says 5-metre scrum.
No, I need to just check.
Oh, he's going to have a look. He's going to have a look upstairs.
Okay, pretty certain, Sean, that it's been grounded by goal,
the
but
man
can we just check
tonight.
who took it into in goal?
That was about the fourth time that Foley in particular, when he's kicked, has kicked with a low trajectory. Sooner or later, the All Blacks are going to get a body in the way, and they've done it.
By Australia.
I think Carter kicks it here.
He does. I don't think there's an issue here. I think Phipps wins the race quite clearly, and the ball's over the line.
Ooh. I think
Ghetto wins the race.
In the end, yes.
Look, they know it, those two.
Sean, just go back. It looks like it's kicked in by Black.
Just to confirm, Wayne, the ball was kicking to the in goal by Black 10.
By Black 10, so it's 22.
I agree.
Thanks very much. It's 22, no, 22. No, it came off your Black 10. Yeah, sorry, Stephen.
Is there any reason we didn't get a scrap penalty up there? Like, we were on our feet going forward.
You played it away, mate. Okay.
Still, isn't there advantage?
I'm not certain that there was an offence there. I just thought you got some. I thought you just had dominance, but I didn't see anything illegal. I see what you're saying, but
between Wayne Barnes
and the ball came
and
out.
Stephen Moore. Moore thought he needed a penalty somewhere upfield. Foley's 22 dropout. All the way down to Carter. This will come down outside the 22. Oh, he's just magnificent in the air. Israel Folau. There's a wild pass going back. Giddo to the rescue. And he's grabbed by Romano. But they've got the ball safely now. And Foley's got time. He needs to elevate the kick this time, and he does so. But he's put it straight down as far as Savia. He immediately hands it off to Carter. He works it across to Ben Smith. Running hard, but well taken. Aaron Smith. Carter back in position. Here's Woodcock. Left it behind. Grabbed by Adam Ashley Cooper. And the Wallabies back in possession. Although Romano is over the ball.
First one lost forward by one, no advantage.
And he's going to play a scrum.
Wow, it was a brilliant read from Adam Ashley Cooper, the experienced Adam Ashley Cooper playing on the right wing, because the All Blacks had a 3-on-1 on him. He went and made the decision to go in and get the ball at source. This is the pass from Phipps. It doesn't find Gitto, who wasn't watching. I don't think he's expecting that anyway. There was Foley in front of him.
Let's go.
He does very well to scramble that, does Matt Gitto. And look at Folau, how impressive is he, Smithy, in the air. He's fantastic to watch.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of pressure too. Sevilla's been the kick chaser tonight, the prominent one from the All Black point of view, and he was right there at the right time. 2 or 3 times the All Blacks wish they had a different receiver and distributor in those crunch situations. It just hasn't quite worked there with numbers out wide. That time it was Tony Woodcock.
Back to 15-2, Smithy.
Yep, Hooper's back as well.
Both teams not pre-engaged. Okay, let's get this right. Watch on. Good scrummaging. Good.
So the loss of Kepu cost the initial 3 points, but nothing since.
Balance, not pre-engaged.
Interesting setup for Australia. Foley's actually on the right wing. Folau's directly in behind the scrum with Gitto to his left.
Set! Yes,
so in it goes from Phipps. Reaches in. And now Gitto gets it wide. Ashley Cooper taken in the tackle of Conrad Smith. Phipps, up it goes to Pocock, but they roar up on him, led by Kieran Reid.
Not now.
Now Phipps, and they're just hustling and bustling the All Blacks, and they've got it again as Conrad Smith sends it off to Williams and puts the boot to it, Sonny Bill Williams. Not quite sure why. And it's been easily contained by Folau, and he's belted this away downfield.
Not now then, fellas. On you. Keep the gaps.
Plenty of pace, plenty of movement.
Give yourselves room.
As we get towards the quarter mark already in the game, 3 points to 0. All Blacks go with a short line out.
Please. Goal 4, thank you.
Kieran Reid making the calls. He goes up and grabs it. Now Aaron Smith. Carter. Quick hands in midfield, but the Wallabies read it well. Here's McCaw on the charge. Lays it back nicely. Savia hands it off to Conrad Smith. Beautiful pass to Romano, and he's lost it in the tackle. And now Phipps as the counter-attack comes. And the All Blacks having to defend across on the far side, and they do well. Adam Ashley Cooper overwhelmed.
Gold on the line.
It's a good defender, Ben Smith. You know how good he is with ball in hand, and that's predominantly what you tend to think about when you're looking at Ben Smith. But he covered 3 players there and then made the big tackle on Nehe Cooper to force him over the line. Great work from the fullback.
Coles throws quickly. Again, it's Kano. He's been one of the line-out options tonight. Carter's kick. Here's a test. And it bounces clear. And Conrad Smith knocked it on.
Well, that's a good tactic. That's kicking it in the air, but kicking it away from Folau, isn't it? It's keeping it away from the best man and putting pressure on the chaser. Severe on Mitchell is a much better matchup for the All Blacks.
The Wallabies in the first 20 minutes, Justin, haven't created any real scoring opportunities.
No, they haven't had any rhythm with the ball in hand. Everything that they're doing is behind the advantage line, and it's deep. It's so deep. Lots of second-man plays out the back, which is enabling the All Black aggressive defence to come forward with line speed and knock them over behind the advantage line. They need to get flatter and more to the gain line and get some territory more than anything.
Reid holds. Reid delivers to Aaron Smith. Sonny Bill drops it off to Conrad Smith. And the Wallabies, have they turned it? Oh, yes, they've turned it. They won it anyway.
He was on his feet, straight on the ball.
And this time it's Michael Hooper. Well, they've certainly got a double act there with Michael Hooper and David Pocock. So this presents Bernard Foley with the penalty kick.
I just thought it delayed it enough for him to lose that kind of actual all rights to it.
Conrad Smith didn't agree with that.
Cheers. Okay, are you in or not? In you are, full line.
Stephen Moore. And the Wallabies run a beautiful move. Here's Pocock on the charge. Got it off Horwell. Now away it comes out to Ghetto. Ghetto dragged down on the tackle of Conrad Smith as Phipps away for Moore. Best attacking opportunity so far for the Wallabies. Phipps again. Here's a charge from Seo. Phipps moves it to the left where Mitchell is. Just a little bit of hesitation. And Nick Phipps again hands it off to Dean Mumm. Phipps again. Kepu. Foley. Here is Folau. Only 10 or 12 metres away, the Wallabies, as Phipps goes again. Nice hands from Seo and Hooper. Now it's the All Blacks' turn to defend. Slow ball, very slow. In fact, the All Blacks might have wrestled this away. Jerome Kano in there and doing a very good job. But it will be Wallaby ball.
Gold ball, not for me. Attacking team ball.
It's nicely worked move off the back of the line out from the Wallabies. You can see here, they look like they're going to the outside. Instead, it's just turned by the jumper Fardy to Pocock. Possibly could have freed it to Phipps, who was running a great line just outside him. The All Blacks scramble very well on defence. There's some great hands by some of the front rowers. Kepu and Seo quite prominent.
Brodie Retallick did exceptionally well. Michael Cheika, really, I spoke to him before the game, he's really looking forward to this. A major challenge for him, his first crack at the All Blacks in this head coaching role.
Keep that ball down the middle.
Wallabies, look at their formation, Justin. Here's Folau.
Yeah, Folau's just there with Foley. So usually with this situation, both players will go the same way, or they'll both go opposite directions.
Right, good stable scrum too from the Wallabies.
No hand.
Pocock holding. No, not so stable now though. And the All Blacks have come through and made a mess of it. No, they got penalised.
And how vital was that chat Stephen Moore had? A little bit of a scuffle here, it won't come to anything. Remember the chat Stephen Moore had to Wayne Barnes about 6 minutes ago? Why didn't we get a scrum penalty before? That's the exact same thing they get it this time.
Just scrum, come around.
Let's just watch on this near side that we've got from Spider-Cam, Tony Woodcock's side. I think the All Blacks probably just walking around a little bit guilty on that loose head side.
Right in front.
What would a Bledisloe be without an argument, Nisbo?
My word.
Thanks, mate.
Just a push and a shove.
You better get behind the post as well, mate.
So the upshot of this should be 3 points to the Wallabies, and we'll be even after about 24 minutes, first half.
And what was of interest, gentlemen, was the fact that the Wallabies had a great attacking position. It's very difficult to defend there as a defensive side that goes to the try line, but they were quite complete and happy to keep the ball in the scrum. They were confident that they could do some damage with the scrum, and they did.
So Giteau kicks the penalty goal. A Carter penalty earlier, and it's 3-all.
And that also is a point of interest with Giteau taking the initial shots on behalf of the Wallabies. Their kicking under pressure has not been good so far this season. So Foley has been, well, I guess you'd say he's been gazumped a wee bit there, because he would have been the first choice initially, I'm sure, earlier in the season.
3 of the last 5 test matches at this stadium between the All Blacks and the Wallabies decided by a point or less. And this is a tight one as well. Carter, can he get it the 10? No. Wallabies, though, have grabbed it first. Grabbing it is CO. High pass. And now a chance for the Wallabies to get the ball in hand. They're operating behind the advantage line here as Kurandrani. Now they get it into All Black territory as Phipps moves it across for Mum. Oh, thumping tackle by Aaron Smith. Just timed it beautifully as Reid brings it out. Hands it off to McCaw. Now Retallick. And he's going back
to penalise Stephen Moore, who came straight in from the side of the ruck, not through the gate. Very illegal and very close to being a professional foul. Great anticipation from Aaron Smith, and to be fair, so far in the 28 minutes that we've had of this match, they've managed to rattle Phipps quite a bit, and he's had some passes that have been a bit wobbly and been caught a few times. Maybe he's a target tonight.
Well, also, I'm not quite sure if you saw the shot of Richie McCaw. He is so frustrated that these things are happening. Distribution here was good. Look, he's angry that this plan of having that forward distributing and running off that forward is not quite working. The timing of the passing hasn't quite hit yet for the All Blacks.
But very evident, as Nisbo mentioned when he was saying that the lateral deep attack from the Wallabies is causing them big problems. They're not getting to the gain line at all, and no player is doing any straightening, so the passes in behind are just deep and lateral, and the All Blacks are swarming over the breakdown and all over them with line speed. They need to rectify that quickly.
So Daniel Carter playing in his first test match against the Wallabies since 2012. 1 penalty already. And yes, just got it in. Kicks the second penalty, and it's 6 points to 3.
You can't just dive on the ball. Still in there.
Good start by Milner-Skudder. Foley from halfway. Taken in by Savia. Aaron Smith about to unleash the kick downfield. Folau. Taken by Ben Smith, who's leading the All Black charge. Aaron Smith can see it in there. They've turned them over. And away goes Reid. Oh, dropped by Franks. Wasn't expecting it. And the opportunity lost for the moment. Here's Phipps. Gets the call from Foley. Wants to run it. Now Ashley Cooper. Good tackle by McCaw.
Now hands away.
And it's there again for Nick Phipps. Up it goes for James Horwell. Horwell and Mum both playing in those blue headgears. And a penalty. And this is pretty much out in front. And Matt Giddo will shoot for goal.
Well, it's at the extreme of the law, isn't it? How does Owen Franks roll away from that? Absolutely impossible. He made a good aggressive tackle over the top. I can understand that it's to the letter of the law, the way that the game is played at the moment, but to concede 3 points, I think, is very harsh. You know, there's nowhere he can go. I think a scrum advantage to the Wallabies is a better outcome, but technically, Wayne Barnes is right in the way that he's officiated that, but I have some sympathy from a player's perspective of where he could go from there.
As long as he's consistent, I suppose, and if it works the other way, so you can't complain about that. But then again, though, where was the breakdown from, Justin? There's another one of those offloads, this time Retallick onto, I think it was Owen Franks who knocked it on. So it's something the All Blacks have persisted with, but it yet is really to come off and pay a dividend.
.40-metre kick for Matt Giddo, and off the post it goes as it goes away to Savia, and this is a good burst by Julian Savia, looking fit and strong out on the left wing side tonight after some pretty heavy fitness work. Now Williams puts the fend on and sets it up. Retallick hands it on. Coles lets it go. Now Romano. Conrad Smith very close to the touchline. It's there though for Aaron Smith again. Drops the little kick off, but it's directly into touch.
Oh, you mentioned goal kicking, Smithy. He needed to make that Gitto. It wasn't a difficult one angle wise, and he certainly had the distance, just didn't strike it sweetly enough.
Well, World Cups are won with goal kicks these days, it seems. And that is an issue. Speaking to Rod Kafer, of course, former Wallaby before the game, kicking at just over 50%, the Wallabies this international season.
Easy. Can I grab some water?
The captain's down at the moment, which is of some real concern. Must be flexing the arm. Richie McCaw goes down, there's something wrong.
Yeah, there is. It's not often that you see Richie McCaw struggling. Could be a stinger on the shoulder or the back of the neck.
Another player prone out on the 22. Looks like he might be getting a bit of a hamstring stretch. It's Sonny Bill Williams.
That's a middle, okay. How many in, Steve? How many in? Who's in, fellas? Hold on, let's get these numbers sorted. 7 in.
Yeah, Richie McCaw there in the heat of battle, but he's back and more throws. Off the top it goes from Fardy. Flat pass to Foley. And he gets hit pretty hard. Snapped up by Hooper, trying to wade his way through a couple of tackles. Now Phipps goes short. And Dean Mum it is. In a slightly lighter headgear. Now Phipps away for Foley once more. Here's Folau striding through. Israel Folau just a couple of metres short. Now Phipps clears it away quickly into midfield. Oh, and it's been knocked on surely. Yes, it has, by Dean Mum.
They had numbers to burn as well. Again, it wasn't a good pass from Phipps. He just can't seem to find his receivers. Brilliant break from Folau. What a sensational tackle by Ben Smith to pull him down. They work it well. Folau goes through the first line of the defence and then watch Ben Smith make the tackle. Good and effective.
I'm not going to force.
As you can see the manipulation. 2 runners. Pocock was one of them. And as they went here from the right back to the left, Phipps needs to look at the players they had to burn out there, Australia. He needs to find that first receiver.
The first receiver's a lock. You're always going to run that risk unless the pass is going to hit him in the breadbasket or out in front. I don't think either coach should be that happy with the distribution in this half of rugby. I think the intent's there. You can't knock them for the intent of what they're trying to do, but in perfect conditions, handling, etc., has not been that good for these two very good sides.
Yeah, but it's one quality, isn't he, Israel Folau? 17 tries in just 32 test matches. In fact, he's the only Wallaby that started in every single test match since the beginning of 2013.
Okay, watch on. Second rows.
So he's a vital man.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Smith gets it in. Reed controlling. Now Smith.
Just hold.
Drilled away downfield. Wallabies will think about a quick throw, but the kick is too good. And the danger for the moment is over.
Fellas. I'll give you time. Who's in, fellas?
5.5 minutes until the break. 6 points to 3. Remember, last test match here in Sydney was a tryless test. As Hall reaches up and grabs it, away goes Pocock. Using the props to run a lot with the ball. Turn back on the inside for Mum. Now Phipps works it away for Michael Hooper. Now Phipps again, clears it up for Ghetto. Good defence by Reed. And again,
the ball's emerging.
Aaron Smith diving through.
The ball's emerging for me.
And he said the ball was emerging.
The ball's emerging and he's gone off his feet.
So basically it was coming out but wasn't clear of the ruck, so you can't go off your feet. Looked like it was out to me. Got kicked back in by a Wallaby who was coming to clean the ruck, so you'd have to say Aaron Smith read it pretty well, just unlucky. Opting for the touch though, the Wallabies was certainly kickable distance-wise, but they feel maybe this is the time to strike. There's Will Guinea, the injured Will Guinea on the bench, and Horn as well, who apparently is not right with the leg injury.
Who's in? 6. Stay 2 meters.
So the Wallabies sending most of their pack to this line-out. As Moore throws. Romano got a hand in there, though. What's bounced up for Stephen Moore. He's fired it back in field, but it's been grabbed by Kano. So the All Blacks dodged a bit of a bullet there as Carter kicks under pressure and gets it away safely towards the 22.
He didn't actually obstruct anyone, but I know what you're saying. But he didn't actually obstruct.
Well, that could have gone to a Wallaby player. That would have been very dangerous from the All Blacks' point of view. Now they disrupted the previous Wallaby line-out, Luke Romano. And they've done it again. This time it was Reed. Coles gets it away. Here's Williams. Slings it wide again for Ben Smith. Now here's Savia on the charge. Chased and taken by Kurandrani.
He's reloaded.
But it's there for Aaron Smith again. McCaw. Short for Retallick. Smith looking to the open side a bit slow. The ball's loose and the Wallabies have grabbed it. Pocock, oh, and he threw it at the feet of, right at the toes of Israel Folau.
Not for me. Not for me. Oh, sorry, I didn't see that at all. I didn't see that
going on outside.
Okay, well, let's both stop doing that.
Both skippers having a crack now.
Okay, hold on, captains. 1 second.
Wait,
Okay.
What's the threat?
Just listen to me. Let's just listen to me a second.
On both sides.
Wait, just 1 second, okay?
Mate, you can't have threats like that, Eddie.
Just calm down a second. Fellas, if there is people holding each other off the ball, let's both stop it now. If we catch one, we'll penalise it, okay?
Yeah, gotcha.
What? Okay, well, if we see a clear one.
Stephen Moore's absolutely deadpan, isn't he?
Certainly is. Hard to read.
Okay, let's go.
Doing a good captaincy job though on Wayne Barnes at the moment. A couple of times.
Thanks, Sean.
See, the Wallabies are actually defending that offload very well. In fact, I'd go as far as to say that they're pretty much offside the whole time. But they're getting to their offloader and disrupting that offload so quickly.
Set!
As we look at it from Spider-Cam, great opportunity for the All Blacks to the right.
For the scrum collapse, I think.
Yeah.
And they'll try that again with half-time
First
almost
one of the game.
upon us here.
Nice high bind, feet underneath. Both of you.
6 points to 3.
Let's go, boys.
Okay, there's going to be a gap.
Wallabies have to get a result out of this, either a win or a draw, to stay live in the
That's what I
Bledisloe
just
Cup.
said, there's going to be a gap.
All Blacks win, they retain it again.
So, Justin, an even 3-3 split. Which way does Kieran Reid go?
I'm hoping to the right, with the way Gitto and Kurandrani are set up really wide. And Drew Mitchell's hedging his bets quite deep. Sonny Bill, first receiver, to the right as we look at it.
Holding it. Now he does go to the right. Aaron Smith away for Sonny Bill Williams. And a good strong surge. Aaron Smith, Retallick first receiver. In the last minute of the first half. Big point in the game. Here's Dane Coles on the charge. Coles goes again, looking for support. Sets it 6 metres out. Wallabies trying to slow the ball down and doing a good job. Coming now to Aaron Smith. Gets it wide for Ben Smith. Tries to put the fend on. Hall makes a good tackle. Aaron Smith again. Now Kono. Assisted by McCaw. There goes the siren, the halftime siren. Coles has the ball again. Aaron Smith works it away. Ben Smith, Conrad Smith. Savia will get a run at the line here. Bumping his way, fires it back in field, and it's in touch.
Pass is forward.
The pass went forward in actual fact. So this surely will be half-time. The players know it.
To look at it.
We might have a chat about the Wallaby deliberately knocking the ball out here.
Oh, the players are going to have to stick around a bit longer.
Yes. Stephen, just checking a potential no-arms tackle from your 7 gold, okay? So.
It's all right.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with it.
Just looking at it. Okay, just looking at it.
No, he certainly tried to use the hands there. You watch his hands.
That's what I thought they were looking at. Was it Mum coming across, just deliberately smashes the ball out as it's in the air here?
Left arm, Sean?
Oh, they didn't. Yeah, this has gone forward though, so he's not allowed to do that. But the first defence was the ball going forward.
Half time.
Looks like his left arm is making an attempt to grasp. Do you see the save?
I agree with you.
Okay, fine, thank you. It was a pass forward. Half time.
So they've sorted it all out. And they head to the dressing rooms here at ANZ Stadium in Sydney. It's been a tough first 40 minutes. But the All Blacks, with 2 Dan Carter penalties to 1 by Matt Gitto, lead by 6 points to 3. And he does get at the 10. Oh, I thought he did.
9.5, fellas.
No, according to Barnes, no, it didn't make it the 10 metres.
I think he said 9.5, didn't he?
He did.
Well, it looked like 10 to me.
Yeah.
In the air, I think, when he touched the ball, I think Mr. Barnes was probably right. Not a lot in it. We'll get a good line on it here.
Both you,
Where he takes the ball off the air. Is he over the line? Probably not.
Yeah.
So no changes either, incidentally, fellas, for either side.
Same formation for the Wallabies. They're persisting with directly behind the scrum here. You can see
Crouch.
there this great shot from Spider-Cam as they pack down Folau and Foley directly in behind. They'll be the decision makers which way they go.
Phipps to feed. All Blacks making a poor start to both halves.
Penalty.
Oh, it's a
Tight
penalty.
Tight at the floor.
But had the Wallabies got a kicker who can go 50 metres,
I think Giteau can kick this, but they're not going to opt for it. It's like they're going for touch.
How long was Foley's kick in that Super 15 final about 18 months ago?
It was a good 50.
Wasn't it?
And the kick is staggered across the touchline.
Black tight end.
So it's going to be Wallabies ball in a very nice attacking position here.
Pocock at halfback.
All Blacks have managed to disrupt a few of the lineouts. In fact, the lineout's been an issue for the Wallabies. As Smith works it back for Carter. Drills it away down to Phipps. Hands it off to Folau. He wants to run at the opposition. Brushes past Savia and takes it into All Black territory. Now Phipps away to Pocock. And good carry by David Pocock. Opens it up on the blind side. Here's Foley. Away for Ashley Cooper. That's a high tackle.
Aaron Smith, he'll go to the bin, I think.
Adam Ashley Cooper stayed down. And Aaron Smith's off to the bin. Just what the All Blacks didn't need. They've made a really sloppy start to the second half.
Certainly have. They probably should have done better, the Wallabies. Aaron Smith, covered defender, comes across and he does clock Adam Ashley Cooper high. I don't think he did it on purpose by any means, but high is high. And it was in circumstances where there's a decent line break. So he had no choice, Wayne Barnes, but to put him in the bin. I think it's not so much the neck area that they're worried about with Adam Ashley Cooper from what we saw from that replay. It's more the fact I think he got him with a forearm across the jaw, Aaron Smith, so it's probably rattled him.
Well, they're just being really careful here, and you can see him flexing his fingers. Imagine when play does resume, the Wallabies will
opt for touch.
Go for touch, yeah.
I would consider now, if I was Stephen Moore, taking the points, because their line-out isn't good enough for them to be going for touch.
It's on the mark. Where he is.
They'll probably completely prove me wrong here and formulate a very good, effective drive close to the line. But their last three line-outs, by memory, they've lost. The All Blacks have competed and won them.
Yeah, well, they called that right. It's interesting to me that Ashley Cooper's not having a concussion test.
True, yes. So again, Phipps is back 10, so Pocock's gone to halfback.
Right, so Stephen Moore's got to get the throw right for a start, and he finds Fardy, and it's been grabbed by Pocock, who's an absolute expert, as we saw with the Brumbies. Out goes the arm. Pocock's still there. All Blacks desperately trying to hold it up. Now Pocock has to release as he threatened to go to ground. They're going to work the blind side through Fardy. Remember, they're playing under advantage still as Phipps away for Kepu. Kepu! The big prop's in. First ever try in Test rugby, and it's taken 55 Test matches.
And perseverance has paid off for the Wallabies. They did opt to go for the line again, set up a very good rolling maul. Pocock in command at the back. They had milked the penalty already, the Wallabies, but they still opted to attack as they moved it from the breakdown. Sekope Kepu, he showed a bit of footwork, so this is the maul. They're well set. A couple of good infringements from the All Blacks. There's the first one as it moves forward again. I think Richie McCaw on the you can see him come through here. He ends up pulling it down as he come up to Kepu, the footwork off the left foot, and then the power and explosiveness as he bangs it down and throws it way up into Homebush Stadium.
They'll be fuming upstairs in the All Black coaching box because the ill discipline from Aaron Smith has cost them 5. It'll probably cost them 7. They'll also be very disappointed at the fact that he just blew through three fairly big forwards and made them look very, very innocuous in terms of their defence. I think it was Reid initially, maybe Romano as well, but Steve Hansen will not be happy. That's 7.
Well, he knows how vital that was, Aaron Smith. 10 points to 6, the Wallabies lead.
All Blacks are making a change, and that'll be Nipula Laula for Owen Franks.
Some step by Kepu off the left foot to get through that tackle of Reid, and then the explosiveness.
Carter with the kickoff. 14-man All Black team has taken down inside the 22. Now Phipps works it away. And now Ghetto on his favoured left boot. Not into touch, so Reid has waited back. Off it goes to Ben Smith. Now Carter shovels it on to Savia. Williams puts the little kick in, but he can't keep it in the field of play. And it's going to be Wallaby ball. Well, what an explosive moment.
Who's in, fellas?
Sekope Kepu,
4.
like most props, struggling to score test tries, finally does it. As it's worked across to Pocock in midfield by the Wallabies, looking to open up an angle to make the clearing kick, and it's a loose pass. Foley has to go back, and down he goes. Kieran Reid made sure of it, and the All Blacks force a 5-metre scrum.
Well, again, Phipps under pressure. I do have some sympathy for him because Kano was in the way. You can see there he had to lift it up and over Kano, but the pass still just not good enough.
Kieran Reid wasn't going to miss this opportunity.
Okay, fellas. Okay.
Well, let's just see who the All Blacks pack in here. Milner-Skudder's gone over there to see what is going on.
So who's going to put the ball in?
Yeah,
Dan Carter.
4 minutes left for Aaron Smith.
I'd be very surprised if the backs get this, to be honest.
Crouch. Bind.
They've got Ben Smith at first receiver.
Fellas, both teams early engaged.
If he had a crack, he'd be running at Ghetto.
Decisions. Let's have space. Okay.
So 2 players out on the blind side, and 3 out on this near side.
Bind. Set.
So now Dan Carter feeds the scrum, and it's a scrum under pressure too from the Wallabies. Reid grabs it. Now snapped up by Romano.
Okay, let him go.
Few hands on the ground there.
Stephen, you're off your feet.
McCaw runs into Fardy. Good strong defence by the Wallabies. Conrad Smith goes in, hands it off to Tony Woodcock.
No, you're out of there.
The Wallabies all over the ball again.
4 goal.
There it is. McCaw makes some good ground too, Richie McCaw. Laulala standing over it. Pocock might have grabbed it. He's offside though.
You're fine. Offside fringes.
So what's the call? Take the 3?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, it eats up the clock, doesn't it? They might have to attend to David Pocock. Sam Whitelock is up for the All Blacks, and that'll be for Luke Romano, and he has just a couple of minutes.
On the line.
Vicky Toa also up for the All Blacks in 23, not far away. They might as well clean it up by saying that the Wallabies are going to go for Matt Tamua for Bernard Foley very shortly.
The Vicky Toa one will be interesting. Smithy, I wonder who that'll be for. Possibly Sonny Bill. Couldn't imagine in this type of test match that they take Conrad Smith off.
Remember the Wallabies. Gitto to first, Tamua to second.
Yes.
Dan Carter with a milestone here. If he can land this, it'll be 1,500 test points. Of course, he's well clear of anyone else anyway. So Carter to bring it back to a 1-point game. And through it goes. So Carter lands his third penalty. The Wallabies still lead though by 10 points to 9, and those changes not yet being made, Smith.
Well, the All Blacks one has not happened. Tamua is on, but it will be, I'm told, Vicky Toa for Sonny Bill Williams when it eventuates.
So here is Matt Tamua with the restart. Taken down by Savia. Carter stays in at halfback and makes a nice clearance. So 3 players getting ready. Aaron Smith to come back. Sam Whitelock and Malachi Vicky Toa. In the meantime, more to throw. Nicely taken down by Fardy. Now here's Pocock detaching. Got his pass away well for Phipps. In fact, it wasn't Phipps. Phipps now with the ball. Short pass from Tamua. Phipps again. Tamua. Plenty of space here. Tamua running a long way before running into contact. Phipps digs it out again. Kurandrani gets rid of, almost got rid of Conrad Smith, who held on nicely. Now Hooper throws himself at the defence. Phipps again. Tamua works it across to Sio. Again, the prop forwards getting involved. Now Gitto drops a short pass off to Falau. Held up initially by Williams. Now the short pass goes to James Horwell. Tamua again. Moore. Mitchell. Got rid of Richie McCaw. That's unusual. Taken by Romano in the finish. Now Phipps holds it up well. Fardy. Wallabies piling on the pressure against 14 at the moment. Now Gitto works it away for Pocock. Big tackle by Retallick. Phipps again inside the 22. Up to Mum. Drilled to the ground and a good tackle. Phipps goes again. Short pass. And penalty, crossover. All Blacks have taken it quickly. Off goes Conrad Smith. Might have got another tear. Oh, another yellow.
Phipps.
Both halfbacks. First goal, and then he had a second goal. Yeah, watch.
Yellow cards being waved around all over the place here.
And it's just such a bad thing for Phipps to do at this moment, because the All Blacks are rejuvenated with substitutes off the bench. It's just stupid stuff. He tries it twice, actually, and he's had enough after 2 attempts, Wayne Barnes. So the All Blacks now up to 15 with 2 fresh players and Aaron Smith. The Wallabies down to 14.
Again.
Well, that was some defence from the All Blacks. Retallick, as mentioned, made a big hit. Kano made a thunderous tackle as well. And a pretty perplexed looking
That's why we
Michael
stopped the
Checker.
game. Nothing to do with me and nothing to do with the Black team, okay? Goal infringed, that's a penalty. Back you go 10, please.
Justin can also chuck in Nehe Milner-Skudder defensively.
Yeah.
2 or 3 times.
His work rate's outstanding, isn't it? And he gets around the field, and when he makes his mind up to make a tackle, he certainly does not miss.
Watch stopped. 3 goals being replaced. That's why I'm stopping the watch.
Right, change for the Wallabies in the front row as well.
3 goals replacement.
And that is the end of the night for Sekope Kepu. He's had a mixed night, hasn't he? Greg Holmes back in 18.
Okay.
Yes, a mixed indeed.
James.
Yellow card. And the only try of the game so far.
How many in, fellas? 4 man. Watch out.
Well, Greg Holmes, remarkable story, really. Made his test debut way back in 2006. Right, the All Blacks back with the ball. Here's Retallick. Taken down by Tamua. Carried on by Savia. And they're looking for some work. Here's Cole's got a nice offload to Laulala. Now Smith for Carter. Holds it up. Now he releases, but he gave it straight away. Oh! In fact, it's Ben Smith. Off to Milner-Skudder. Try on debut.
Paid the penalty big time, have the Wallabies. Off the back of some great defence from the All Blacks. They launched from the line out. Dan Carter found the half gap, looked to pop the pass. Ashley Cooper looked like he'd got his hands on it. However, Ben Smith, we know how he is so good at popping up at the right time in the right place. Certainly was the case here. Here's Nehe Milner-Skudder's charge. Nice and direct to the line as it comes out. Carter spots the half hole, goes through it. A bit of a fight for the ball between Ashley Cooper and Ben Smith. The timing of the pass was absolutely superb from Ben Smith. Frees Nehe Milner-Skudder, and the All Blacks are in, yes, boy.
Well, this is theft here, that Ben Smith was able to get that back off Ashley Cooper, who's very strong usually with ball in hand. Really is. Milner-Skudder, what a moment. Palmerston North, the Sydney, Pocock's in big trouble. He's still down, I can tell you, in back play. We had an issue there, the Wallabies. They lose their halfback. They lose one of their best turnover merchants, maybe. No, he's on his feet. But, yeah, what a moment for Milner-Skudder, who's had a top night. Very good debut.
Charging at Dan Carter, and I think he left it a bit late. They put him off. They almost got to him there. So Nick Phipps watches from the naughty boy's chair as Nehe Milner-Skudder scores the All Blacks' first try and his first try.
He hasn't had a great night, Nick Phipps. I'll be very surprised to see him come back after his 10 minutes is up. Probably be replaced.
Matt Tamua kicks off. Away it down to Savia. And they trap him inside the 22. Now Smith. Doesn't make much ground on this kick.
That'll be a penalty, has to be. All those players were within the 10, those All Black forwards, they've dodged the bullet there for sure.
As Smith hands it away to Carter. As the All Blacks bang it off downfield again. Waiting for the bouncers out of Ashley Cooper. Now Tamua. And this one's been lost forward. Holmes tips it for Sio. Now it's for Kurandrani, who's been pretty quiet tonight.
Entry,
and
18.
The Wallabies win a penalty.
Yeah, but you still stop the attack. 18 entry.
And it's against Nehe Milner-Skudder. Looks like the Wallabies are preparing some Some new troops, Smithy?
Yeah, they're going to look to have Will Skelton on. That's no great surprise. And it's been one of their strengths, actually, this season. They've had strong last 20 minutes off the bench, usually an All Black factor in their play. He just blocked, didn't he? Lalala, he was around the wrong side and just blocked there. So the Wallabies are going to go for Skelton in 19. And they're also going to go in the front row. They're going to make a change. James Slipper's going to come on for Scott Seo. Crowd in this boat, 73,824.
That's a very good crowd. James Horwell.
Who's in?
He's had a bit of a rebirth, really. James Horwell dropped out of contention a year or so back.
Straight out into the back line, Skelton as well.
So more to throw. Vardy's been a good, reliable line-out man for him. As Pocock goes to ground. Giddo playing halfback at the moment. As the short pass goes to Skelton, he's hard to put away. Big, strong. Now he releases. Giddo lobs the pass out. Crowd howling. They reckon the All Blacks are offside. Here's Pocock. 5 metres out from the 22. Skelton again. This time he runs a bit of a decoy. Moore works it away. Kurandrani flying at him was Fekitoa. There's Gitto again. Now Mum.
Okay, let it go. Careful.
Gitto again, right in centre field. Off for Tamua. And drops the pass off to Drew Mitchell. Probing away here, the Wallabies. Not getting much change. James Slipper. Once again, Mum has been pretty handy with the ball in hand tonight. Now Fardy, ridden to the ground by McCaw. Not really going anywhere here, the Wallabies. Here's Smith trying to drive over the top. All Blacks having a crack. Now Moore and Pocock together. Giddo gets there. Looking for some sort of penetration. Not getting it yet. Still playing, of course, with 14. Here's Tamua. Tries a little variation. Drops the kick in behind. Ashley Cooper! Adam Ashley Cooper in the corner.
Has he got there? Ben Smith came flying across. He's hurt himself in the process. Courageous. Just threw his body at Ashley Cooper.
Particular looking at touch.
I think it's a brilliant finish. Absolutely brilliant finish and a terrifically weighted kick. The All Blacks are grouping in the middle. They know there's a bit of talking to do all of a sudden. The Wallabies down to 14. You've got to pat them on the back for this, the way they've enterprising play. I think this is okay.
Boy, he's done incredibly well there, Ashley Cooper. Did you see the impact that Ben Smith made? He threw all of his weight. Look at this contact.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a brilliant finish.
Why not have a decision for you? Yeah.
And if it goes the way of Australia, and it is, Adam Ashley Cooper has now scored more tries in Test matches against the All Blacks than anybody else. And Ben Smith's in a bit of strife.
Oh, he certainly will be. As I said, the commitment from Ben Smith to try and save the try. But it wasn't just the finish, it was the work and the vision of Tamua. He looked up a couple of times, shaped the pass, and then went hard enough to the line to pinpoint the kick into the perfect place for Adam Ashley Cooper to run onto. The bounce of the rugby ball was perfect though, Smithy, wasn't it?
Oh, I think it's a brilliantly weighted kick. It was. Feel it, can't you? Ben McCalman on for David Pocock at the moment, fellas. There's a concussion check on Pocock.
Boy, this is turning into one heck of a Test match. Wallabies back in front by 1 at the moment. And Ghetto's kick is good.
So Bowden Barrett on in 22 for Ben Smith. And you're right too, Justin, it will be Nick White for Nick Phipps.
Everything to play for as the kickoff is taken down by Kurandrani. Giddo still in at halfback. Fardy. Now Drew Mitchell. And this has gone in field. And the All Blacks have got onto it pretty quickly. Now they move it away. Carter, Savia, Conrad Smith. Inside the 22. Real opportunity here. Aaron Smith hands it up to Reed. Now Carter, Retallick, ball knocked away. Barrett tidies up. It's been knocked on by the Wallabies. Referee playing an advantage. Barrett's done well to bring it under control. Now Carter. Round the corner pass. And
knock on in the tackle, scrum.
He's gone back for the original knock on.
In the tackle by your captain. Knock on in the tackle.
Wallabies went into this rugby championship game. You must not forget this is a rugby championship game, Justin, with a 1-point advantage in terms of the for and against.
Okay, we all good?
So a draw would be good enough for them to win the rugby championship. And it would be good enough, I guess, for them to stay in the Bledisloe Cup too, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would.
Space and balance. It's to the left. Not fully engaged. Both teams. Yeah, he'll
so
come
vastly
out.
different looking backline the All Blacks have now.
Crouch.
As we look at it, Carter with Fekitoa outside him. Bowden Barrett is commanding the first receiver spot on the right. He's really wide as Bowden Barrett, so that usually indicates an 8-9 coming to the right, just to give that space then for him to run into. So there's a really big gap as we see Kieran Reid there as it came back on the camera angle towards us. Big gap between Kieran Reid, Bowden Barrett, and then Nehe Milner-Skudder, but it certainly is on to go for an 8-9 to the right-hand side of a good platform.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
So in it goes from Aaron Smith. As Reed detaches. Smith makes a good run. Barrett, quick hands. Milner-Skudder. Now, can he get it down? He's wrestling, trying to get it down. Aaron Smith reckons he has. And so does Nehe Milner-Skudder. He thinks he's got it on the grass.
I reckon he got it second time, Justin.
Second time,
yep.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I would ask any reason why you can't reward the try, because he did finally get it out.
Thanks very much.
So there's what Nigel Owens had to say.
Asking any reason not to award that try.
He got it down on the second attempt.
Yeah, that's correct.
Well, it was well worked. As mentioned, the space was always there on the right-hand side. It was a bizarre defensive setup from the Wallabies because they conceded that space. Smith worked it well. Milner-Skudder finally got the ball. He's not got it down yet. Still not got it down.
It's on the line.
It's probably on the line there, isn't it?
Nice positioning, mate. Nice bit of positioning.
So basically, the question the referees have asked, no reason to, why can't I award the try, means that they've seen the ball on the ground. So the only thing the TMO can say is whether or not he had too much time in terms of a double movement to get it down.
No worries, thanks, Sean. Just talking.
Not down yet. Down there, though.
You'd think it's down there. And I don't think that's a second movement at all. I think he's entitled to make a play to ground that ball.
Any reason not to award the try, so...
Wayne?
Yeah.
I have no reason for you not to award this try.
Yeah, thanks very much, Sean.
Try given. It's been quite a night.
So you can see there, Kurandrani's just backing off. So Aaron Smith did a great job at taking the ball to the line. He freed it. There was lovely quick hands from Beauden Barrett. Beauden Barrett played a big part in this try. You can see he was the player that let the ball go. It only just touched his hands and gave it to Milner-Skudder early, so he had the chance to have a real go at the line. That's what freed up the space. Great work from Aaron Smith, and then excellent hands from Beauden Barrett, and then Milner-Skudder's finish.
Oh, Michael, there's been a few other coaches the same look at the same time. Yeah, it's a very important kick for Dan Carter, just to stretch that margin out beyond 3, because we know what a draw would do.
Now watch the Wallabies. They'll charge Carter very quickly here. He's got a slow approach to the ball. Look at them. Some of them are down like Olympic sprinters. Here they come. And again, he can't do it. So it's a 2-point game.
This game has exploded in the second half. It's raining tries now after only 1 try in the first half from Kepu.
So the kickoff. Up goes Whitelock and takes it down for the All Blacks. Smith. Folau, as always. Oh, he got a pass off nicely for Tamua. And the Wallabies diffused that very quickly. Taken down by Dean Mumm. Nick White on the field now.
Curtly Beale on for Giteau. He's the ball carrier.
Okay, so the Wallabies really have just about emptied their bench. Here's Fardy. Takes it into contact, just on the All Black side of halfway. As White, Skelton lining up for a run. All Blacks anticipated well, though. It was Kano who came up. Now White. Roy tried to kick it, but they've got a penalty. Now Nick White is a long-distance goal kicker.
Good call. He is.
And that's what's going to happen.
At 47 metres, they're kicking at around 54%, the Wallabies, this international season. He's been a good leader tonight, Stephen Moore. He's been all over Wayne Barnes. He's been contesting everything. He's had, apart from the line-outs, he's had a pretty strong game, but looks like they might lose him for the last 10, 12 minutes. Talota now is up, as is Cody Taylor for the All Blacks.
Nick White kicking below 50% in Super Rugby. There he is. Big kick this. And he struck it beautifully. What a kick. The Wallabies back in front. 11 minutes remaining. So Carter taken down by Drew Mitchell, and a big thump by Mitchell. Reid has got it. Reid wants to go quickly, does so as the All Blacks try and spread it across the park. Fiki Toa, Aaron Smith, Barrett. Oh dear, that was almost a hospital job. Taken by Cody Taylor. There's Aaron Smith. Now Dan Carter drilling it away down the middle. Now Curtly Beale, dangerous from broken play, but well and truly contained. And a good tackle by Carter. Now back it goes, Wallabies. Here's a good charge by Dean Mumm. He really has been. Made an impressive return to the Wallaby team. Skelton. All Blacks onto him. Ball loose. There it is for White. Beale. Folau from the back. Looking to offload. Israel Folau makes good ground. Now White again for Fardy. There's the 10-metre line as White scoops it away. Skelton to Moore. Ball dropped and lost in contact. Whitelock grabs it. Now the All Blacks. Possible counter-attack. Barrett gets it away for Milner-Skudder. Michael Hooper didn't buy the dummy. Ball's loose. It's there. And it's been hacked away by Fardy. And Smith, oh, he left it behind. It's still live. Here's Hooper. Chance for the Wallabies as they go wide. Here's Skelton. Came back against the tide. 6 or 7 metres short. White again. Big defence required by the All Blacks here. White just hesitated for a moment. Pelottonau's there along with Hooper. Looking to the far side. Hooper.
They really bunched Australia.
Crowd in a bit of a frenzy now as they can sense the Wallabies. Here's Pelottonau. McCaw tries to roll away. Skelton. Reid goes flying at him. Now White again. Mitchell in centre field.
He's not on the ball. He's not on. Don't go in there. Don't go in there. No.
Wayne Barnes is issuing instructions.
Ball's available.
The ball is there for Scott Fardy. He's got Pocock. He's the first receiver. Now White. White! Nick White scores!
What a sensational break from Nick White, the halfback. There was nothing on as he came to the left, trying to create something, just slightly turned, looking as if he was going to pass, and then acceleration to burst his way through the gap. Good concerted attack, really patient from the Wallabies. This is the turnover and the mistake. Milner-Skudder goes into contact. There's a bit of a fight for the ball here. As it spills out, it's hacked forward by Fardy. Aaron Smith makes a bit of a melee of it, you'd have to say. Hooper gets his hand on the ball. From there, they just built nice and concerted. You can see there Nick White looking for options. There's nothing really on. He goes between two defenders and makes something out of nothing. And what a moment to produce some individual brilliance, Smithy.
Oh, look, the All Blacks are missing a lot of tackles here. And he'll kick this as well, or someone will, and that means the All Blacks are going to have to score twice very, very quickly. They're running out of time. Oh, so uncharacteristic, some of this All Black rugby under pressure. They're not known for this.
White converts his own try. And yes, the All Blacks will have to score twice. 27-19.
Two changes. Sam Kane's on. That's for Jerome Kano, and also on, of course, it's Ben Franks, Tony Woodcock.
Carter restarts. Again, it's the short one. And it's been missed by Mum. It's snapped up instead by Kurandrani. Now here's Fardy, who's been really industrious tonight. Nick White, the hero of the moment. Back for Tamua. And again, the probing kick downfield. Two All Blacks almost collide. Barrett and Milner-Skudder. Barrett has to try and bring it back. And the All Blacks will have to start from 8 metres on their own side of halfway as Sam Kane makes some ground. Now here is Barrett. Holds it up. Looks to offload. Can't get it away, though. As Aaron Smith sends it wide. Kane. Retallick caught behind the advantage line by Hooper, flying at him. Aaron Smith again, worked on by McCaw. Fekitoa, no, it's Cody Taylor makes the run. Now Savia up to Ben Franks. Just in Australia's territory. Carter hands it off to Retallick. As Aaron Smith goes again. Now Carter, quick hands required. Shoveled on, but loose for Milner-Skudder. He'll have to try and make something out of nothing. He's well capable of that, though, as Aaron Smith clears it away, just in Australian territory. Now they go wide again. Conrad Smith away for Savia. Again lowered, and a good tackle by Tamua. Kane is there. Charging onto it goes Retallick. Ball is there. Playing under advantage now. Whitelock offloads to Fekitoa. All Blacks have upped the tempo here. Here's Barrett having a go. It's there for Smith. Charging on is McCaw. Oh, what a tackle that was. Pallotta now. No, it wasn't Pallotta now. It was Fardy. Now, that was a long advantage, a penalty advantage. Was.
Our decision here, have a quick crack at goal or kick in the corner and try and score the try first.
I think take the points.
It's got to be quick.
It does have to be quick.
No, other way around by the look of it.
What stopped?
Plenty of battle scars out there tonight. The Rugby Championship looks like it might be heading towards Australia. And of course it makes next Saturday at Eden Park a real beauty, a Bledisloe Cup decider. If things carry on the way they are, with only
your captain called
4 minutes remaining.
7 man. Watch on.
Taylor throws. Taken down by Reid. Now here's Savia on the pass from Aaron Smith. All Blacks will throw everything at this. McCaw's got his hands on it. Pretty tight there, and too tight. They'll have to scrum it.
Just trapped under your body. Scrum. Just trap. Lots of black players on top of it. Lots of gold players on top of it. Scrum, Blackmore. Just come off the mark a little. Thank you.
3 tries to 2, the Wallabies.
And around 3 minutes for TJ Terranara to perform some magic, double magic.
Oh boy, they just need to get urgent here though. It's taken an age for the scrum to go down.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
So in it goes from Terranara. Hasn't been a dominant All Black scrum tonight by any means. Now Terranara's knocked it on.
Knock on by 9. 9 knocked it on. No, I thought it was a good contest. Scrum, not for me.
Well, big improvement in the Wallaby scrum this season, just.
Certainly has been. And when you think that they've opted, as we all know, for 2 open side flankers, losing a little bit of bulk in the back row hasn't affected their scrum at all. So the tight 5 have done their job, the front row. You can see there, Pallotta now, Holmes. Significant changes have not made any difference whatsoever to the Wallaby scrum. It's been strong.
So in it goes from White. What a start from Michael Checker. First time coaching against the All Blacks. He played against the All Blacks for Randwick in 1988. He was petrified going on the field facing Buck Shelford. Doesn't look like a bloke who'd be petrified about anything, but he's done a great job with the Wallabies so far. Time ticks on. The All Blacks can't score twice from here.
Set. Yes, please.
All Blacks heaving hard. Wallabies on the back foot, but White's got it. And off he goes again, Nick White. Decides to hold it up and try and retain possession and see out the 80 minutes of the game.
What stop? Okay, and it's going to be reversed. Okay.
Now what's happening here?
And McCaw said that's a cheap shot to Wayne Barnes.
The player's trapped the wrong side and he's moving away, and you don't need quick ball at this time of the game, okay? This player's coming with a shoulder, so penalty would have been for not rolling away, but I'm reversing it against him. He's got to do better discipline, okay? With an arm. Hold on. Watch his stop. 1 second. Shoulder.
Right, so the All Blacks tap it. Reid hands it off to Taylor. Perinara digs in. Retallick. Just seconds remaining. Ball stolen. How many turnovers have the Wallabies gained tonight? Snapped up by Pallotta now. Listen for the siren any second. There it is. So White gets it back. Slammed it in the touch. The Wallabies win the Rugby Championship for 2015, and the Bledisloe Cup will be decided at Eden Park next week. And how appropriate that Kevin Nialamu, this veteran player, should lead the haka in his last test match here at Eden Park. He'll come from the bench in his 127th test match. Remarkable record. And the All Blacks gave that plenty.
They certainly did. There's plenty of intensity out there from both sides in the warm-ups. Everything on the line, as we all very well know, and the Aussies are as equally determined as the All Blacks to really make a statement here, this last test match before Rugby World Cup.
Quade Cooper, a lot said about his inclusion. There's Nigel Owens from Wales. He's the referee for this game, and assisted by Wayne Barnes, who had the whistle last week, Federico Anselmi, and Sean Feldsman is the TMO. The All Blacks have won their last 11 test matches under Nigel Owens. And we're almost set to go. The Bledisloe Cup is at stake in this final domestic test match of 2015, and the countdown is on. So away we go at Eden Park as Dan Carter kicks off, and an All Black hand gets in there but knocks it on. All Blacks in there competing, but the ball has been knocked forward, so we go straight to the first scrum.
Nice kick from Dan Carter as well. Had good hang time there, enabled the All Blacks to get through. Brodie Retallick was involved in the collision from that kickoff. They nearly won it back, the All Blacks. It was just slightly forward, but you can see that The way he goes down here, it's certainly not intentional by any means from any of those players, just landed and went up awkwardly.
Oh, that's a very heavy landing. And he found it very difficult to break his fall. So he's a wee bit sore, Brodie Retallick, but he'll go to the first scrum. Now remember the first scrum in Sydney last week.
From the beginning now, please, okay?
And the All Blacks went
Keep
backwards.
straight, hit that, bind long, yeah? Space, please. Space. Time on. You hold the space. Crouch. Bind. Set. Hold it there.
Right, Nick White to get it in.
Don't push.
Scrum holding up okay. Palu now it's starting to get a little bit wobbly, but Palu's got it under control, and they're going to get a penalty. The Wallabies, as he'll let play carry on as White runs into Reed and pops it back, and it's been knocked on. So back for the penalty.
What a statement from Australia at scrum time. Their feed, their loose head, and they held the ball in the back. They didn't want to clear it because they wanted to make a statement at scrum time. Nice and solid. They finally got the ascendancy and moved and marched the All Black forward pack. Watch the front row come up. The All Black forward pack starts to pop. Dane Coles, there's the pressure.
Well, they have made 2 changes in that pack. Let's not forget of significance in terms of weight. Will Skelton into the middle row, and of course Cliffy Palu at the back adds real bulk to that scrum. So there's no buckling there.
There he is, big Will Skelton, biggest man on the field. So here is an early opportunity for the Wallabies. 2 minutes gone. And a line out, 5 out from the 22.
Thanks, boys.
Stephen Moore, the captain. Lobs it in, but the All Blacks, Whitelock gets up. And it's fallen for Victor Vito. And Vito brings it inside the 22 and sets it for the clearing kick to be made by Aaron Smith. And the Wallabies will hang on to it and take the line out near halfway. But the All Blacks disrupting the first Wallaby line out. So James Hall will, with the call. Stephen Moore with a shortened line out to throw to. And this time it's cleanly taken down by Palu. Taken back by Moore. White hands it off to Cooper. Little jab in behind. Nicely weighted kick too. And just didn't quite get the bounce. Carter is dragged to the ground by Scott Fardy. And the Wallabies won't have it. It's coming on the All Black side for Aaron Smith. Again, pumps it away down towards halfway. And committing himself was Cooper, but he came up short. And the loose ball is finally controlled. And the All Blacks have it. And Smith, a little backhander. And now they move it across. Here is Ben Smith up in the line. That's the 10-metre line, All Black territory. Again, the 3rd time in a row. The kick made by Aaron Smith. So the All Black tactics early to play the game in Wallaby territory.
Stay gold.
Now scrambling back. Oh, this is some kick if it goes out. Oh, no. And that's clever from Ben Smith. He knew exactly what to do. And it'll be a restart from the 22.
There's a nice anticipation of the kick too from Nick White. He was sitting 5 metres in behind the ruck as Carter takes it quickly. He's trying to find Kieran Reid out wide.
And he does. Reid snaps it up. And, the big boys having to turn up. This has gone loose. Kurandrani tried to kick it through. And now the Wallabies in possession as Hooper hands it back to White. Away it goes to Cooper. Fires a very flat pass to Israel Folau. And taken down in the tackle of Whitelock. Now White again. Cooper running. And gets up and then throws it pass. But he lost contact with his man on the outside. He's not going to change his playing style.
Couple of nice touches from Cooper. We saw the little chip kick earlier on that nearly fell for Tamua, but also there got on the outside of the All Black defender who just got him, and he was looking for the space on the outside. You can see there Ashley Cooper had come in.
All Blacks win the line-out. First one, and Carter hoops it off downfield. So the All Blacks kicking it clear, and Cooper does a good job. Taken down on the tackle of Conrad Smith. Ball comes loose to White. It's a bit untidy, but the Wallabies now get players in behind, and it will come their way just in All Black territory. James Horwell stands over it. Comes to White, now Skelton, and that is halfway as McCaw has to roll away. White has a quick look, sums up the options, and fires it off to the skipper. Moore, taken by Vito. White again. Both sides kicking early. Cooper's kick coming down near the 10 metres line, and well taken by Severe. Couldn't link up though with Carter. And again they've turned it over here, the All Blacks, as Fardy sets it off to Skelton. Slips through the tackle of Franks. And McCaw again having to roll away as Cooper goes past a couple of players. Kurandrani, good pass by, good defend by Falau, but Reid chased him and took him down as the Wallabies keep the pressure up. Here's Kepu, scored the opening try last week in Sydney, as White fired it against Tony Woodcock, and that was clever play. Nick White. Tony Woodcock was on the wrong side, couldn't get out of the road, so White fired it straight at him, and that's really an automatic penalty.
Wow, they look good with ball in hand, Australia, don't they? Now, here's the turnover. Now, watch the work. I think it's of Adam Ashley Cooper to secure this. Just the tempo to get back on his feet and dive on the ball. And there, it was a scramble, but Ashley Cooper showed the energy, which turned that particular then breakdown into the attack they insinuated. Israel Folau looks dangerous out there tonight, doesn't he, Smithy?
He does, but the All Blacks look shaky, don't they? Again, they've looked for a more disciplined start. They did so much wrong last week that they wanted an assured start. And to be fair, it's been anything but that. There's been a bit of panicky offloading. There's been 2 or 3 instances with 2 players looking to commit themselves to the ball and neither in the end doing it. So, yep, the Wallabies are deserving this early advantage. He'll get the treatment, but this could be good for him. He could make it work in his favour if he knocks this over Quade Cooper.
Well, it's not particularly difficult. First kick for Cooper. He's curled it round beautifully, and the Wallabies have the early lead. Seven minutes gone, first half.
Run again, Dan. Stay behind it, please.
Lopsided territorial advantage for the Wallabies early on. James Horwell taken down by Retallick. Wallabies have had all the ball. Mind you, the ball the All Blacks have had, they've kicked away. Here's Fardy. Now White. It's good distance. Savia goes back. Now Ben Smith. Milner-Skudder hasn't had a touch yet. Smith drills it inside the 22. Ashley Cooper loses it back. Ooh, nearly lost it forwards. Made a right hash of that, and the kick's not too flash either. Now Savia, the crowd gets a bit excited as the big fella takes it to the halfway line. Again Smith for Carter. Again the kick from Carter, and this one's skidding downfield, and it'll be a 22 restart. With a definite mindset, Justin, to kick early.
Certainly is, and they are looking at the most point just to get the ball in behind Australia, who did trouble them last week with line speed, so maybe that was the message. Let's kick them behind them, negate that line speed before then handling the ball.
So Matt Tamur playing at second 5 in this game. Right down as far as Ben Smith. Now the All Blacks, in fact Ben Smith it is who makes the kick. Again the kick and chase.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Magnificent from Falau. Can they get it back though? Oh, they've got a penalty, the Wallabies. The All Blacks off their feet. Probably could have got both teams. But is there a better player under the high ball in world rugby than Israel Folau?
That was simply spectacular. The pressure from Ben Smith was excellent, and Ben Smith got off the ground and really competed to get that ball back, but the work of Folau to climb above him and secure the ball, take it to ground, out of control. He had no control of the way that he was coming down and hold on to it. Just incredible. Look at this. Up he goes, never took his eye off the ball. Look at that pressure from Ben Smith. And there's the All Black forwards just coming over the top and not keeping their feet.
Still got 70% of the territory in the Wallabies. There's more lobs it in field. Down to Fardy. Lost backwards. Now Moore gets it back. Loose pass. Skelton scrambles after it, but the All Blacks have won it. It was Savito who got there first. Now Nonu can't hang on to it. Here's Conrad Smith. And there's no advantage. Back for the scrum.
Even there, though, Justin, you can just see how in the face the Wallabies' defences, they had the ball, they were offensive, and all of a sudden they had to turn to defence, and the All Blacks could organise nothing quickly.
And they look flustered again, don't they? They look like they're not in control of the way that they want to implement their game plan. Players trying to offload and pop the ball in contact when it's probably on, just to take the contact and recycle. Good start from Australia.
The smallest blind to work with on the right-hand side. The All Blacks have listed or lined up Nonu out there with Ben Smith. Also Milner-Skudder to the left here. We've got Carter, Conrad Smith and Severe. Which way does Reid go?
I think he'll go right, because Severe's too flat to really get involved in the game. You can see how flat he is there.
Hold it there.
All Blacks first scrum put in. And we'll do it again.
So defensively for Australia, if they do come left, you can see Nick White there. Look at the gap between him and Kurandrani. There's an opportunity there if the All Blacks get a good straight scrum for Dan Carter to attack that space, which will bring Nick White in, and then free an opportunity for this guy right here.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Penalty.
No binding, one pulling
He's
down.
gone to the loose head side, and Scott
Pulling
Seo.
down. Excuse me. Number one, pulling down. Back you go.
Well, that's pretty clear.
If something does not involve you, we keep out of it. Is that clear? Is that clear? Thank you.
So Dan Carter from just on his own side of halfway, and the All Blacks into a rare attacking position.
Michael Hooper defending at first five. See him there pointing. Quade Cooper is on the wing. There's Henry Spate nice and flat, so interesting formation on defence.
Dane Coles makes the throw. Taken down by Reid. And they've gone to the ground already, so they couldn't keep the move going. Coles is peeled away, and he's the first receiver. Aaron Smith wants the reinforcements to arrive, and he gets it away for Vito. Next man up is Retallick, hit hard by Skelton, but he got through that tackle. Now McCaw snaps it up. Reid goes short. Being held just outside the 22. Hammering away. Retallick again. Now they're going to give the backs a bit of a run, but in fact Carter makes the kick. And easily taken by Folau. So the Wallabies Wallabies diffused that fairly easily. All Blacks not putting the ball through the hands. Haven't done so in the first 15 minutes anyway. As the kick is made downfield, Carter sends it away to Ben Smith. Milner-Skudder finally gets a touch. And down he goes in a pretty solid tackle just on the All Black side of halfway. Now Nonu looking to bust his way through. Nonu lays it back for Aaron Smith. Whitelock in possession, but the Wallaby defence in close is staunch. Another attempted kick. There's no way through there for Ben Smith. And the All Blacks have handed it over again, but they've got a penalty.
As long as he wants to play. Play in the middle, you let it go, please.
There certainly is some intent in this Australian defensive line. Appropriately, Palu was in shot there. A couple of times he's come out very strongly, looking to put big shots on. Their line speed is good. The All Blacks struggling to come up with an answer to how to penetrate.
May well have been a knock on him here as well. I think when Ben Smith kicked through here, whether it was Palu right there, propelled the ball forward, certainly from my line anyway. So the All Blacks were appealing for a knock on. They would have got the ball, they'll take the penalty, and Carter will take the shot. The other thing about Palu is, fellas, he hasn't played a lot of rugby. He played a bit of club rugby, they tell me. He's blowing a bit after that. So just how long will Cliffy Palu go tonight? And that'll mean a pretty early introduction of David Pocock.
I would imagine that both him and Skelton would have been told to just run themselves into the ground. They've got a good split in their reserves to be able to enable for players to come off the bench and have some impact, like Pocock, as you mentioned.
Carter's first kick of the night. And up it goes, and through it goes. Carter replies to the early penalty goal by Cooper. 17 minutes gone, 3-all.
Left to right, Quaid. Go left to right, man.
Back to halfway with Quade Cooper. Taken down by Ben Smith. Took it outside the 22. So this kick can't go out directly. As Aaron Smith brings it up. Not making a lot of ground though. There's Falau again. He is just magnificent. So the All Blacks have kicked away possession again. And here's Skelton. Heaves it across to Moore. Nice little touch. Now here's a charge by Kepu. He pops it up and turned to White. And the Wallabies flick a lovely pass. Goes across here to Kurandrani. Looking good with the ball in hand. Skelton's the first receiver. Bust out of the Woodcock tackle. Only 5 metres away. Now White. Away for Cooper. Falau, who's looked good, runs into Kieran Reid, but bounces off that tackle as well. And the Wallabies still in possession through Michael Hooper this time. There's the goal line. It's only 7 metres away. White goes low to Moore. And he sets it nicely, bringing it out towards centre field. Weren't able to clear the ball comfortably that time, the Wallabies, but it's still there. As Fardy drives it another metre. Now putting his head down is Sio. All Black defence being called on here. As Skelton picks it up, met by Franks. Now Cooper pops it away. Here's Tabua. Good solid defence by Nonu. That's a release in the finish though, as White goes short. Another strong run by Sio. As the pressure continues on this All Black defence. Now Palu draining, making all these early tackles. Hooper's going to play at halfback. Gives it off to Fardy. Real workhorse in this Wallaby pack. Now White goes again. Moore. Cooper hands it away. Kurandrani slips it. Now there's a chance for Spate. And down he goes at a good tackle. And the All Blacks have repelled that attack.
Very good attack. We must mention the handling to get it to the outside there to Henry Spate. Took a good, strong tackle. But look at the work of Israel Folau. The momentum and the speed that he has on as he goes and attacks that ball in the air.
So it's not over yet as Stephen Moore throws. And cleanly taken by Horville. Now they're going to have a crack at the All Black pack. And Hooper has latched onto the back. He almost lost contact there for a moment. And they're not going anywhere here. So Hooper's realised that, and off he goes. And smack into the heart of the All Black forward pack. And it might have been wrestled away here. And the All Blacks have won it. And here's some running ball for them. Nonu gets it away to Smith. Bit of space for Savia. And off goes the big left winger. Makes some ground. Smith is there to take it off him. That's Conrad Smith. As the All Blacks endeavour to run this out. Quickly away from Aaron Smith. Carter, nice step. Beautiful step, Dan Carter. Now looking for Dane Coles with all his pace. Here he goes. The big hooker. Sprinting, and what a try!
What a try!
Dane Coles.
Oh! Scintillating. Dane Coles. The speed, the step. And then just to finish it off, a little bit of power with the fin. This is the turnover. Sam Whitelock wrestles it free. Watch the way he just places it down once he gets it. Leaves it free for Aaron Smith to clear. Carter's beautiful step. And the timing of the pass, Dane Cole set himself up nicely. Look at the way he skins Adam Ashley Cooper and then just digs it in, the big ones. What a fantastic moment, Smithy.
Well, let's go right back to the resistance that the All Blacks had of that line-out drive that Australia were looking quite good initially, and then they resisted that beautifully, got the turnover, the mismatch, Carter, the wonderful step off the left foot to go well and truly past James Horwell. They've been looking for mismatches for a couple of weeks now. They found one there, a beautiful sight, Dan Carter hitting space and finding a beautiful situation as well, where he just could draw and pass, and Coles, he's not the slowest man on the park by any stretch of the imagination. Willpower and speed got him there. Terrific from the All Blacks in a very big defensive situation.
Okay. How's it looking?
Boy, does he score some spectacular tries, Dane Coles, and that's another one.
Nothing clear and obvious I'm missing, no?
It all started, though, with Dan Carter. Okay. They said that he hasn't been running enough. Well, he laid those critics to rest pretty quickly. Here they come, the Chargers, and they almost got there. But Carter converts. And suddenly the All Blacks, against the run of play, it has to be said, lead by 10-3.
Well, look at the new cosmetic black boots, twinkle toes Carter. Fantastic. Really was a great sight, and Coles ever present. As you say, Nisbo, he can pop up and he can finish.
So the restart. Taken down by Ben Smith. Kicks from outside the 22. Fielded by Folau. That's halfway. Clean turnover. So the All Blacks get a bit of ball, and off goes Ben Smith. Gets the pass away. Vito in a bit of a gap. Looking for support. Couldn't quite link up, though, with Milner-Skudder. And the Wallabies back in possession. And tidied up and kicked for touch. And that's safely into touch as it hits the hoardings.
Justin, how many turnovers last week, All Blacks? None. How many in the last 2 or 3 minutes? Instrumental.
Absolutely, and it's the captain, the skipper, Richie McCaw, They got the ball free, and how strong is Ben Smith? Refuses to die with the ball. Vito, great run from him. Nearly went to hand. Lovely ball back on the inside to Milner-Skudder.
Game starting to open up a bit. 25 minutes gone first half as Coles throws. Reid, unchallenged by the Wallabies. Held in the back by McCaw. And they've got a good drive going here, the All Blacks, and they've got a penalty coming their way too, if they need it. So Aaron Smith, they can try something here. Even a kick will do. And this time Cooper, he shouldered. So still probably under a penalty advantage as Carter finds himself in a bit of space. Lays it back. Now Nonu. Taken down by Ashley Cooper. Short pass for Savia. Took them a while to get going in the game, the All Blacks, as the little reverse pass goes back in field. And, well, the penalty advantage is long gone. So it's an Australian scrum.
He was in a position to take the pass, okay? Scrum, forward pass, goal ball. Are we all good to go, boys? Time out then. Are we all good to go? When we're all in, I can put the clock on and we can go.
Just a question, Justin. Why would you pick the ball under a penalty advantage?
Yeah, absolutely. It is best just to attack the line. Look for some miraculous sort of a break rather than kicking possession away.
Knees off the ground.
Speculative bomb from Carter.
Time on. Middle, okay? Crouch!
I tell you, very interestingly, David Pocock is doing a lot of warming up. In fact, we've got him. There he is.
Just 27 minutes gone. Wallabies scrum holding, but only holding at the moment. Now White, and they'll do it himself, Nick White. And that is well and truly over the touchline.
Do not swap positions in the scrum. Stay in your original position, okay?
Well, I'm just looking at the loose forward trio, and they all look relatively mobile. There's no problem with Fardy, there's no problem with Hooper, and whether it's just the lungs of Cliffy Palu already that have got them excited about using Pocock, I'm not sure. But he's coming right to the sideline now, and there will be a change imminent.
Look at that, 27 minutes gone.
It's for Michael Hooper.
It's Hooper. Is it a blood situation for Hooper?
I'll give you time to go. If it doesn't,
Does look a little bit rattled, Hooper. I wonder if he's carrying some form of an injury.
Don't change position, okay?
If that is true and Hooper can't return, it looks like a concussion situation. If he can't return, how much emphasis then goes on Palu to hang around?
Just in case, I've asked them not to swap positions in the scrum after this fall. Just you do the same, okay? Just in case.
Arguably the best forward on the field last week, David Pocock, so they certainly won't lose much.
Coles throws, goes deep. McCaw wins it off the back. Carter hands it on for Nonu. And the All Blacks set it right in centre field. Reid drags down a high pass. Aaron Smith. Now Vito. Just near the 22. Getting his hands on the ball a lot. Victor Vito. Reid once more. As Aaron Smith, well, he falls over. And it's going to be a penalty as the All Blacks shovel it on. Hello, bit of a scuffle here. There's a bloke with a beanie on there. What's going on? You've got to be kidding. There's a bloke with a beanie on in there getting involved in the scrap. Heaven's sake.
It's Liam Messam, so I'm not surprised.
Oh. What next?
He was just on the way to bring the kicking tee out, but went towards him. That's all Nisbet. That's all you can say, really, but it did look a little strange, didn't it? And
It did,
perhaps someone will have a little word or two about that to him, because it's pretty much not on. There's a couple of pockets of it going on. This was a splinter group, and there was still another one in the background.
I just wonder whether or not was when Nonu went to ground, he kind of dropped the knees a little bit on Stephen Moore, and Pocock was first man there, wasn't happy about it. There wasn't a great deal in it. I think they'll just tidy this up and we'll move on.
We're going to have a look at the big screen here.
Richie.
So I think it started with Martin Nonu and Stephen Moore. So here's Nonu, and Moore goes underneath him, and he just drops the knees down here. Nothing in it. Pocock, not happy about it. So the TMO has asked to have a look at this.
Okay, Sean, nothing there for me. Yeah? You agree?
Let's see where Liam Messam came from.
Say again.
He got there quick.
12 black.
Yeah, okay. It's a bit of too much and everything there to go and penalise anything in that. I can have a word with these two here now, and then we'll leave it at that, okay? You happy with that? Okay. Look, it doesn't look good. This game is hard enough, as I'm sure as you appreciate, without you having nonsense like that. I suggest now that we go and have a word with your both teams. I don't want to stop play and come back and deal, because if I have to do again, it's going to be dealt with pretty severely, okay? Sure. We're going to have a word, and I'm going to go back to the original penalty, please.
Just looking the original penalty too, Justin. Was there a foot trip on Aaron Smith?
I didn't agree with the penalty, to be fair. He penalised Woodcock earlier for a similar, trying to get out of the way, and Nick White just threw the ball into Woodcock. Here, Kepu did everything he could, absolutely everything he could to get away from the tackle area. It was milked really well, to be fair, by Aaron Smith. I don't think it deserved a penalty.
Wrong side, same as them back there.
But he was consistent because he got Woodcock earlier, and he did say that. Same as earlier in the game, you've got to get out of that zone.
From a handy position, and the All Blacks now have a handy lead too, 13 points to 3.
We're left again, Wade. Should they be high?
Kickoff is made. Taken by Nonu inside the 22. Puts the shoulder into Horwell, who comes off second best.
Take him back.
Now Carter once more. Oh, lovely work.
Well, Conrad Smith's going to be in some trouble, I think.
He knew it straight away too.
He did.
And here go the Wallabies. Boy, that was some tackle that had to be made by Reid. And it's going to go back. Nigel Owens, well, he's already indicated the penalty. What about the yellow?
Well, he'll probably want to have another look at it, I would imagine, but he's interfered with the player, Conrad Smith.
You just got the timing wrong. Just be very careful. Okay?
He's probably quite lucky, I think. It's harmless the way that Ashley Cooper landed, but it can not be harmless. It can be tragic, so... Certainly wasn't intentional by any means. I think he just got it slightly wrong in the contact area. We've probably got the right result, Smithy, I think, haven't we?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you could. I mean, there are referees that would have just no holds barred, just gone in the pocket there. So, as you say, I think the best possible outcome for the All Blacks here. Just a word on Michael Hooper. There's a blood issue as well as a concussion, so they've extended the timeout to 15 minutes. No sign of him yet underneath. Now, Hooper trucking down the tunnel.
So it looks like Hooper will be back. In the meantime, here's Quade Cooper. And that's a lovely looking kick from Cooper. Beautifully struck. So they get 3 points back, the Wallabies, fairly quickly. And it's 13-6.
I was aware of the little nudge, but that overrode, the foul play overrode, okay? Otherwise, I'd have been back for it.
Largely unemployed so far, Nehe Milner-Skudder. As Carter goes short this time. Gets it about right, but Hall stretches up and brings it down nicely for the Wallabies. As White sweeps it off the ground for Fardy.
Move! Ruck is called!
Blacks in there disputing possession as White again. Cooper Wade standing very much flat-footed. And the pressure this time is on Savia, but there's no one around him, so he's quite comfortable. Off it goes to Ben Smith. Now Milner-Skudder runs in to Seo and presents it for Aaron Smith. As the All Blacks, here's Coles, had to try and stay in field. Not an easy job, very close to the touchline, but he's done well. As Carter moves it out for Retallick, takes it just to the halfway line. As Aaron Smith again. Now Ben Smith standing up in the line, looking to offload. Nobody on his shoulder though. And another penalty.
Your feet first and then the ball. Number 4. On the ground first and then the ball. The other way around, please.
So this is almost on halfway. Carter has a look at it.
Should be just right at the maximum of his distance then, Carter. The one that he kicked from slightly bit more of an angle just fell over the post earlier in the match, so he should be okay from here.
Little signs that the All Blacks are much better than last week, and it's just the involvement, the fact that they're holding onto the ball more in contact situations. The Wallabies certainly after that initial blast, they're not putting as much upfront pressure on them, so they're able to do a few more things. And Ben Smith freed the arms there, but Milner-Skudder running through in support was just held up a wee bit by an Australian defender, otherwise he was gone.
The last one was better now, yeah?
49 metres for Dan Carter, and short. 6 minutes until half-time at Eden Park. Just the one try. All the points in the game scored by blokes whose names start with C. Carter, Coles, Cooper, Savia. Off to Ben Smith. Runs into Kepu and Moore. And managed to slip it to his captain. And the court releases for Smith. Now Savia. Quick hands away for Vito. Lays it back for Conrad Smith. He in turn feeds it up. And off goes Savia again. Looking much more energised than last week as Carter across for Retallick. Aaron Smith again. Ben Smith drops it off to Conrad Smith. The three Smiths. Aaron Smith again. Ball has been knocked down by an Australian player. Not deliberately, you could see. So he plays an advantage. And off goes the kick. And the Chasers won't be able to win that race. And back to the 22 we go.
Dead first. Advantage over 22.
Well, there was plenty of physicality at that breakdown. I think Henry Spate might be having to go for a concussion test as well. He was involved in that breakdown.
Careful your timing of the run as well, okay?
Well, that'll mean Kurtley Beale. Remember, Australia have got a 6-2 split tonight, 6 forwards, 2 backs, so Beale will be on.
Carry on, Peters.
See the work rate of
Carry
Conrad
on,
Smith,
Peters, off the field.
unbelievable in this first half.
Send him on, send the sub on.
The things he does
Let the
go
sub on.
unnoticed.
Let the sub on.
Nigel Owen wants the sub to go on.
Well, Henry Spate stayed on. He's told the doctor he's okay.
Now here's another high kick, and it's bounced clear. It's fallen for Reid. Got his pass off to Milner-Skudder. Space for Nonu, but he's fired it away to Fardy and the Wallabies, and they're going to get a penalty out of this.
From the side here, Richie, and you were off your feet when you kicked that into touch. That was a total attacking ball.
So Beale has gone onto the right wing. That's official now.
Yeah. Got that, and the advantage was over. Yeah, got it. The back is there, yeah.
White makes the kick and safely into touch near halfway.
It's an excellent kick from that angle. Very difficult to do. Great skill set from Nick White to get that territory from such a narrow angle.
Smithy said just the 2 reserve backs for the Wallabies, so they can ill afford to lose anyone. 5-man line out here for Stephen Moore. Horwell slips it to Hooper. They're going to work the blind side here, and they get a bit of value too. And off goes Adam Ashley Cooper, thumped to the ground by Coles, and the ball turned over, and Aaron Smith gets it, and he's kicked it out directly.
Just wonder whether or not Adam Ashley Cooper there, he's got some blood, which they'll clean up. Should have kicked.
I was on the floor, didn't touch me.
He worked it nicely down there. He's always on a hiding to nothing to get bundled into touch. He tried for the miracle inside pass. I just wonder whether or not a little chip over the top, they've done enough to bring defenders in. So if he just kicks here and gets in behind, you can see Milner-Skudder was forced to come up. Might have been the better option.
Feisty little conversation there too between Aaron Smith and the referee Nigel Owen, saying, get out of my way when I'm trying to box kick down the sideline. He said, it didn't hit me, I was on the deck. They're not getting on good.
I appreciate totally where you're coming from. Because the ball did not touch me, there is nothing I can do about it. Okay?
Right, that's that out. What is it about halfbacks, Justin?
And referees.
Yeah, if it stops, yeah. Let him land, please.
So Hooper in at halfback for the Wallabies. Shortened line out.
Close to half-time. Fardy goes up, brings it down for the Wallabies.
Ball unplayable. Scrum down. Turnover ball.
Turnover ball.
One last crack, Justin, A few All Blacks mingling around there, the backs.
And they haven't really had a crack, have they? Everything that they've been doing has been basically off kicks or turnovers. They've not really got any structure into their game yet, the All Blacks. I'd like to see, rather than go to the kick, get their game plan in sync and maybe use Nonu, a bit of deception, Ben Smith, get the ball in the outside channels.
We could go on with stats all night, I suppose, but the All Blacks have not lost when leading at the break at this venue since 1973 against England. So in it goes. And penalty. The All Blacks get the penalty. They might have time to kick it away downfield and get a line out. Carter will be keen to get rid of this quickly while the forwards have another discussion.
Off you go. Number 1 to the floor on this side.
So Dan Carter will have time to gain a bit of ground, and the All Blacks will be able to get an attacking line out down near the 22.
That's great. Okay.
So time has ticked over the 40 minutes. The siren will sound very shortly. No doubt just as the ball is thrown in. And the All Blacks have one last shot at it in this first half of the game. So Coles lets it in. Vito pops it up. There goes the siren as Aaron Smith makes some ground. Good solid defence by the Wallabies on Richie McCaw. All Blacks desperate to clear this out, but there it is sitting at the back of the maul. Vito, who's had a strong first half. Now Woodcock. Maybe look to milk a penalty just before the break. Off it goes to Franks. Aaron Smith again. Henry Spaders past the concussion. Carter with a drop kick. And it's away to the left-hand side. And the whistle blows, and that is half-time at Eden Park. And the All Blacks have scored the only try as Dan Carter has a joke with Ashley Cooper. 13 points to 6. But the All Blacks ahead as the kickoff is taken down by Milner-Skudder. Wriggles his way outside the 22, off to Kieran Reid. Now back it goes. Carter puts it straight down the middle of the park. And the Wallabies. Again, the kick and chase. This time it's Folau who makes the kick. Carter fields it. Now Reid works it away for Ben Smith, who's done a lot of kicking. Oh, dear. Well, Wade Cooper has that ability, doesn't he, to make easy things look difficult.
Well, the All Blacks are questioning here whether he touched the ball and went back into the 22. In other words, was the line out in the right place? Did he touch it?
Yeah, difficult call.
Wait. Let's open the gap, please. Open the gap. Keep the jumpers clean in the air.
Coles gets the call. Has to be relayed. Aaron Smith standing right at the front of the lineup. And Richie McCaw has it at the back of the maul. Not going anywhere at the moment, so he has to give it off to Aaron Smith. Carter makes a good run. Now the charge from Reid. Look to his left to see if there was an offload possibility. Now Retallick, well held by Moore. As the All Blacks call the shots early. Here's Carter again, taking it to the line tonight. Aaron Smith feeds it up to Franks. Net head on by Horwell. Now Nonu, first receiver. Ben Smith drops a little kick in behind. Here come the runners. But he just overcooked it a little. Nick White got there anyway. And they can take this back if they wish, but they'll probably go with the 22 dropout. Let's have a look.
Wasn't too bad an option from Ben Smith. Nick White just trailing in behind the defensive line, did a good job to clean that up.
Problem here for Aussie captain, and that was, I think, a head clash with Richie McCaw at the previous breakdown. They were both pretty slow to get to their feet. More, I think, worst off because of it.
While Stephen Moore gets attended to. Yes, well, you know what a great record the All Blacks have on this particular ground. 16 of the All Blacks weren't even at primary school when that run started.
It's incredible, isn't it?
Time on.
Formidable record for sure here at Eden Park.
So Moore's okay, and White from the 22 goes deep. Down to Ben Smith. Away for Carter. Ashley Cooper waits. Nicely timed by Reid. Ashley Cooper desperately trying to keep control of it, and he's done a good job. Vardy has to deal with McCaw, and the Wallabies get enough players back in behind the ball. So they've taken it back inside the 22. Dean Mumm, who was very good last week in Sydney. Back for Tamua to make the kick. Fielded again by Ben Smith. Off it goes to Carter. Conrad Smith gives it back. Carter looking to hand off Spake. Coles goes again. As the All Blacks endeavour to use his pace out wide. Now Ben Smith looking to get into a gap. Very good defence by Kurandrani. As Aaron Smith fires it away for Carter. McCaw. Wallabies trying to slow the ball down. And successfully is Aaron Smith. Turns it away nicely for Woodcock. Ball is loose and nicely done by Aaron Smith. He just managed to push it back. General play, so it's all right. Here's Conrad Smith. And knocked on by Savia. Awkward pass low. Crowd weren't happy, but I think it was general play.
Well, he's saying there wasn't a ruck forward, but I'm not entirely sure about that. The ball certainly did come out the back of the ruck, so that meant that it was obviously able to be played. This is the Aaron Smith break. Beautiful step from Aaron Smith. Just got Stephen Moore going across. Went with the big step back on the inside to Woodcock. And you'd have to say probably where Woodcock is with two Australians here, that probably does constitute a ruck, even though the ball came spewing out the back. So it means you have to still get back onside for sure.
Severe will feel disappointed about that, because that was a brilliant offload under pressure from Conrad Smith. I think he's had a cracking game tonight. And had Severe held on to that, there was no stopping him. Wallaby defence was pretty well sparse at the back there.
All Blacks calling the shots in the first 5 minutes of this second half. And that's a pretty good All Black scrum. Wallabies recovered though. Aaron Reid has to get his hands out of it. Some pretty solid work going on in there. Now they finally get it, but very much on the back foot with Scott Seo. Now White. Has been charged, so everyone's onside here. And the Wallabies look, they've turned it over. So it was quite a fortuitous charge down. It's worked in Wallabies' favour as Vardy taken down by Retallick. And it's going to be there again for White. They're very much on the back foot at the moment, the Wallabies. Cooper kicks.
Stay.
It's reasonable distance on the kick. Now the All Blacks through Ben Smith. Again, it's the kick and chase. And this should be comfortably taken by Quade Cooper, and he dropped it off nicely to Adam Ashley Cooper. And the Wallabies back in possession. The All Blacks have certainly delivered the Wallabies some ball tonight, as taken in by Dean Mumm. And number 19, Vardy. White again. And this time the kicker is Tamua for Julian Savia. He's not likely to kick it. Hands it off to Conrad Smith. Stays on his feet, Conrad Smith. Charges into Nick White. Sets it nicely for Aaron Smith. Now Carter works it on for Whitelock. Here's Milner-Skudder stepping beautifully. Nehe Milner-Skudder looking to offload. Does brilliantly. Oh, that's a head-high tackle. That could be a penalty try. It is. A penalty try awarded.
And rightly so. He would have gone in for sure, Aaron Smith.
Be a card as well, I think, fellas. Aaron Smith, who dished one out last week. That's irony, isn't it?
Wait, the tackle's high, okay? It's a penalty try, and then we just see a yellow card.
So, Wade Cooper's in the bin. He was the player that did make the high shot. He would have been in for sure, Aaron Smith, so it's really cost the Wallabies. But what a break. What a break.
Carter adds the extra 2. Just look at Milner-Skudder.
Well, it's off the right foot, and then the speed, and the way that he miraculously finds Aaron Smith on the inside. The footwork, he went between 2 defenders and popped the pass off brilliantly, and there's the high shot on Aaron Smith. Good decision from Nigel Owens.
Well, I think he may have booked himself a passage, that fellow there. With that step and that offload, that is magic that you must have.
14.
Well,
what a shot that is.
So the Wallabies now, this is interesting, they've got to run Giteau on for Henry Spate. And someone's got to run the cutter for them at 10, don't they? Tamua might take some of the kicks, but Giteau comes on and Spate's off.
14 men for the next 10 minutes. Tamua launches the kick inside the 22 where Milner-Skudder waits. Drilled to the ground by Michael Hooper. Aaron Smith gets it wide for Reid. Aaron Smith again. And safely into touch. Magic moment. Just made a mess of Dean Mumm and threw off Moore, but it's the miraculous pass.
That's a ball. You've got to love it.
What timings on the kick-off will show you're in line, okay? Be careful. Right, we're very close.
Moore throws. Oh, it's a bit untidy, but fallen in the end to Fardy. Would expect the Wallabies to keep it reasonably tight now for the next 10 minutes. The back short. Hooper goes hard at McCaw, as always. Gets his man. Now here's a gap. Oh, Ratella just got an ankle. As Matt Tamua threatened to step his way through. Now Fardy. 14 men often has the effect of firing a team up as Giteau sends it wide. Kurandrani. White. Downfield goes Horwell. Now Tamua stabs a little kick in, but he's straight to Milner-Skudder. Not a great move. Now the race is on. Conrad Smith. In fact, it was Carter. Milner-Skudder wins it. Now he pops it up. Franks heaves it out in the midfield. Just need to keep shifting it. Nanu! Nanu's in.
Once again, Nehe Milner-Skudder, the skill set. He caught the ball and then just dropped it straight onto the foot. Outstanding chase then for the ball from Dan Carter. He went past the ball, but Milner-Skudder was able to get onto it. See, it was a quick catch from the attempted kick from Tamua, which wasn't a great one. Carter goes past it, doesn't touch it. Milner-Skudder sets the breakdown, and watch the work here of Owen Franks to shift that ball. Whitelock, Dane Coles' hands brilliant. The timing from Ben Smith to bring 2 defenders in, backs and forwards combined, brilliant micro skills within both.
The last 3 or 4 minutes has been Nehe Milner-Skudder magic, but it's the last you're going to see of him tonight, folks, because he was carrying an injury. He really couldn't chase that kick through. Carter outran him 2-1. Milner-Skudder goes for the night, but what an impact he's had in the game. He's replaced by Colin Slade in the front row. Wyatt Crockett, with a great win record, replaces Tony Woodcock.
Carter from a handy position converts the Nonu try, and suddenly the All Blacks have taken over in this game.
Australia making 2 front row changes, so both Greg Holmes in 18 and James Slipper in 17 coming on. And not last week, those offloads under pressure were going nowhere. This week they're all sticking. Beautiful to see.
Test try number 28 for Martin Nonu. His 9th against Australia, as the kickoff is claimed by Richie McCaw. Smith, Aaron that is, back for Carter. Again the high kick. Again Ashley Cooper claims it. As White hands it off to Hooper. White again for Matt Giteau. Trying to slip his way through the gap. Oh, and he's been rolling with the ball, didn't release it.
You went on to find the ground. Make the effort to come back up. Tackle the knot. Back on your feet, please.
All going against the Wallabies now. And only 13 minutes gone, second half.
Just want to have a quick look at the skill set of the forwards of the modern day. If we pause it when Owen Franks gets the ball and then we run it on, look at the handling of the tight forwards. He throws a wide pass, Whitelock's involved, and Cole's quick hands. Absolutely brilliant skills from forwards who play like backs. Set that try up for Martin Nonu.
Cole throws. All Blacks win it cleanly. Carter takes it up. Here's Nonu! A few metres away, looking for quick ball. Now they get it. Charging onto it is Retallick. And the All Blacks threaten to score another one. McCaw's trying to fight his way through. Coming for Aaron Smith. Now Nonu again goes wide. Conrad Smith is in. And the All Blacks running right.
Conrad Smith gets the pass from his good friend, good partner, world record centre partner, Martin Nonu, who made the initial bust, and then the skill set off the left hand to throw the wide pass to Conrad Smith, who was in space. If Nonu had picked the player inside him, it might have been shut down. Look at the line from Nonu. Goes through. There's a great tackle from Pocock, it has to be said. And then Nonu gets back on, bounces back to his feet, and look at that pass. Giteau could have shut it down, but Nonu's skill to roll the hands over top of it and throw the wide pass, set it up, Smitty.
Having a cracker, but I tell you what, if anyone deserved the try on their 50-odd minutes of work rate tonight, it's Conrad Smith. Go look back and look at the tape and see what he has been up to throughout this match. He deserved that try, he deserved that space. Australia a man down. That high tackle by Quade Cooper is costing them dearly. Still got 3 in the bin.
Well, he can come up with 200 test points at Eden Park. A record for any New Zealander on any ground, anywhere. Ashley Cooper charges hard. Carter converts though. 34 points to 6.
Marvellous ball.
Yeah, passing has been, it's been across the field though, Justin. It's just grown in confidence, hasn't it, tonight?
Yes.
Beachu there, the Prime Minister, John Key. Smith and Nonu, the old combination on their last test match at Eden Park. Knock on by the Wallabies.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. No advantage coming, thank you. No advantage coming.
All Blacks just cut it loose in the second half. There's been a few nerves around at half-time, 13-6. Piled on 3 tries, though. 2 of those while Cooper's been off.
You were ball, knocked on your
In fact, he caused it, so really 3.
Well, the big issue wasn't it going to be as soon as Pocock got out there alongside Hooper was the breakdown, and I think the All Blacks have won that quite clearly since they've been together.
Keep straight. Shoulders, please.
And what about the contribution of Victor Vito?
He's been excellent. Certainly has. He's slotted in seamlessly. He's been dynamic with ball in hand, and he's been physical more than anything at the breakdown.
Hold it there.
So Aaron Smith.
Going nowhere. Use it. You're going nowhere.
Reed
Use it. Going
traps it in
nowhere.
the back. Now Smith gets it.
Stay, Sam.
And they found some space here.
Okay.
No room here for Israel Folau to get anything going, but he's good enough to straight off the first tackle. That's White away for Horwell. Oh, solid defence. Vito and Reed. They're going to get a penalty out of this, the Wallabies. As Ashley Cooper picks it up.
Wrong side, interfered to the ball.
Appropriately, though, we've just mentioned Victor Vito and his physicality. Yes, he did concede a penalty because he rolled out the wrong side and got himself just in an awkward position, but it was the impact that he made initially that caused the problem. He just hit it with ferocity, Victor Vito.
Well, time's up for Quade Cooper, and I mean that in every sense. He hasn't been able to exercise any Eden Park demons tonight, fellas. Kurtley Beale is on at 23. That's it for Quade. Reshuffle, Wallabies.
Calculated gamble by Michael Checker. Quite clearly didn't work tonight. There's more throws. Always overthrown this, and Coles has got a hold of it. Spun it away to Vito. Nonu, Smith couldn't hold on to it. Snapped up by Beale. He pops a high pass up for Hooper. And Michael Hooper steps it 10 metres in All Black territory. White. Horwell. Samua. And good bust there by James Slipper. Ball has McCaw, but no.
Ball emerging from the tackle, lads.
Well, the time is long gone for the Wallabies to kick penalties.
Stay on your feet, please, okay? The ball was emerging from the tackle. Stay on your feet. And off your feet to play it. When it's emerging from the tackle, stay on your feet.
Unlucky there. McCaw, the player penalised, but gee, what a great chase and retrieve from Sam Whitelock.
Off the field now, Nehe Milner-Skudder, but he's made a major impact as he did last week. Last throw was wobbly. Oh no, this time Horwell can't control it. And the All Blacks from right on their own goal line. Here they come. There's Ben Smith lining it up and got his pass away brilliantly for Slade. He in turn finds Smith, but he was
tackled early, I believe.
Tackled early, yeah, I reckon so.
Wayne Barnes has got it. Don't worry about Wayne, he saw it.
What have we got, Barnes?
Support carrier, 13 Black played without the ball.
Okay, by who, do you know?
Don't know the number, mate.
We can check the number, can we?
Check the number, of course we can.
Okay. Sean, I need the number of the tackle without the ball on 13, please.
Might be Tamua.
There's nothing in it. He's got a hand on him, which impacts his ability to to catch the ball. Didn't really impede him too much in terms of slowing him down, but it was enough that Conrad Smith couldn't get the pass to hand properly. Just a warning.
Surely just a warning.
Yeah, not the yellow card offence, just a slight accident and mistiming, but look, he didn't have the ball, and it's just a penalty, and that's the reason why it's just a penalty, because you didn't clearly tackle him, okay? Back we go. Just a penalty.
And while that chat was going on, there was a chat between Carter, Reid and McCaw about what the All Blacks do right now.
Well, they're enjoying themselves, the All Blacks. Amazing what a week could do. Lovely offload here by Ben Smith. Colin Slade, who's on the field for Milner-Skudder. That's where the penalty came. So, 20 minutes remaining. Ball tipped to Aaron Smith as Carter hands it off to Nonu, proving a real handful in defence tonight for the Wallabies. Aaron Smith almost overran it. In fact, they did. Good hands by Slade, though. Back for Aaron Smith again. Now Reid. Carter looking to open up again. Smith. Oh, Beale got there just in the nick of time. The All Blacks had a spare man, but Beale did a great job. Now carried on by the captain McCaw. Aaron Smith for Reid. Carter. Here's Savia looking to offload. Looking to get himself into the game as well. As Whitelock slings it away to his locking partner Retallick. Vito makes more ground. Retallick snaps it up. It's relentless from the All Blacks as Aaron Smith feeds it up. Taken down by Kieran Reid.
Lost now, goals, lost now.
Presenting it for Smith. He's looking blindside. He's going to work it. He may have puts a little kick in. Not the best option. That might have been a bit forward too. There's Ashley Cooper. Back we come. Back we come. There's Nepo Laulala looks to get on.
I appreciate that. But then before we got the ball, it was at your feet and then you got to let it go.
As that'll be for Owen Franks. He said a lot stronger game tonight, particularly around the park. Justin, for me, big difference tonight. Better decision making under pressure.
Yes, very much so. Maybe just in the first half a little bit too much tendency to kick some ball away, but certainly had found their rhythm in the second half. The All Blacks absolutely, as we see the change, Owen Franks replaced by Nepo Laulala. I think he's been excellent tonight. Owen Franks, really good game, and Hall was off as well.
Yeah, Kane Douglas in 20 for Australia.
Yeah, I was just about to say, there's Dan Carter, even off that line out, just watching him, he's just starting flatter. Starting flatter, so he's getting the ball a lot closer to the advantage line. Whether he's hitting Nonu or he's going himself or he's missing Nonu, going to the centres, the All Blacks are just getting to the ad line a lot better. Carter's position and the way that he's played tonight, he's been excellent.
Yeah, I think that because of the breakdown work has been double what it was last week. They've got more confidence to take the ball into that situation and win it. 20 for 6 is coming up for the All Blacks, so they're going to add a bit of speed in Sam Cane, and that'll be for Victor Vito.
Sikopi Kepu comes back.
I appreciate what you're saying. I need to see a clear pull of the ball, just not the hand in there, okay? Once you're off your feet.
So it looks like James Slipper might be going for a concussion test.
So there you can see he's just starting in behind the scrum. The All Blacks do quite like to work options with an 8-9 here off the back. If they get a good platform, obviously they can use Severe down the blind side, which attracts Ghetto's attention. He has to stay there. So will Nick White. But a little bit of 8-9 manipulation in the inside channel creates the overlap on the outside as we look at it.
So Greg Holmes it is, who's gone for the concussion test.
Bind. Set. Hold there.
Some real possibilities here as Reid traps it in the back. Now he goes, Reid. Aaron Smith. big defence and good effort by Curtly Beale again. Read it extremely well. He might have lost the ball forward, but he nullified that very smartly.
As you tackled him, the ball came off you. Scrum, black ball, okay? In the tackle.
They almost worked at the All Blacks. It was an 8-9. There's the pass from Aaron Smith. It's a very good big. Look at Severe though. It was a very good read from Curtly Beale, but Severe was in a gaping hole there. He would have gone straight through. Apart from the read, you can see the work of Conrad Smith. He opened the space. There's the inside hole. He had to make it, and he did, Curtly Beale.
Well, Victor Vito gets a good round of applause, and Sam Cane goes on for this, well, exciting proposition of an attacking scrum right under the bin. Options abound. Just Slade and Ben Smith to the right.
Crouch. Bind. Sorry, boss.
He wants to put the scrum down again.
I will go louder, but we have to have the space before we set, okay? So give yourselves an extra step back, please.
Let's hope, Justin, with 16 minutes to go, that Kevin Mialamu gets one final shot.
Absolutely. Very good point in this boat.
Yeah, set up where you are.
Kevin Mialamu, Auckland Blues player, Auckland rugby legend. And what an All Black career he has had. It would be fabulous to see him get on the field. I'm sure he will get his opportunity in this boat.
Bind. Set. Hold it there.
Great attacking areas here for the All Blacks. Smith wants to sweep it off to the left to Carter. Drops it off to Nonu! That's two! They can't stop him tonight.
Unstoppable, Nonu, all right. Again, Carter just took the ball so flat. He went hard to the advantage line, which brings defenders to him. Nonu's timing of the inside drop-off was perfect. And then just the power and acceleration. Got through a weak tackle, would have to be said, but see how flat Carter is. He brings and holds the defenders in. Nick White can't get across. Nonu's angles and timing and speed and power is absolutely pinpoint perfect.
Well, it's off Carter though, isn't it? A lot of it this play tonight has been off Carter attracting defenders. He attracted two, which meant Nonu could slip. There's a much smaller defender in Nick White. Who knows it? He knows he had a chance, but man, you're not the only one that's missed Nonu in this mood. Don't worry too badly about it. That's just been one of those nights for the All Blacks. They've got better and better. They crammed that left-hand side, and I think the old boys upstairs can afford a bit of a smile now. And Kevin Mialamu, fellas, you're going to get your moment. Aaron Smith comes off. Big improvement for him. And Kevin Mialamu runs on for Dane Coles.
Allegedly turned down a knighthood already, Justin, so I suppose Prime Minister would be the obvious way to go.
The next pathway forward for King Richie.
I reckon Richie would keep the flag.
So here's Carter's kick. And he's been wonderful tonight, Dan Carter. 41-6.
Just have a look at reverse angle of this try, the work that looks simplistic, but the hard work that's done. You can see here Carter drags across the defenders and then drops it, but it's the footwork of Nonu. He squared up Nick White and then bounced off that right foot and accelerated through.
Fellas, Pilota now on, and that's for Stephen Moore, obviously, the Aussie captain. Holmes passed the concussion test, and he's back as well for Kepu.
Well, it's been a really tough night for the Wallabies.
Time on.
Oh, this won't go 10. There's the All Blacks player. Well, it will now. So Conrad Smith ducks under a couple of tackles. The Wallabies will be looking forward to the final whistle, but it's still 13 minutes away. penalty.
Stay with you. Hit the deck and get up. Don't roll forward again.
Just rolled an extra metre. Looks like the bench is going to be empty very shortly. Mikitawa and Kano.
Yeah, I was just to say, what about the luxury of the impact of Jerome Kano off the bench, and Mikitawa for that matter? Conrad Smith, for me, an absolute blinder. And I'm not biased. The 19, Jerome Kano. For Richie McCaw, he doesn't often not play the 80. How about this for an ovation? Let's just enjoy it.
They're standing at Eden Park.
Never, ever seen that at Eden Park before for a player. Incredible.
Where are the critics who talked about the old codgers? Let's wait until Monday. Away goes White. Now Dean Mumm hurls it off. Here's Fardy. White again. Tamua, Gitto steps his way past the flying Nonu. White for Pallotta now. Untidy for Nick White. Has to slip the pass up to Mumm. Tries to offload, but not able to do so. Hacked away by Mialamu. Here's Kurandrani. Some of these names haven't come into the match at all. Kurandrani only in defence. As Nonu makes a tackle. White again. Oh, drop cold. By a slipper, snapped up by Carter, and the All Blacks back in possession as Perenara feeds it up. All Blacks trying to keep the ball alive. Here goes Savia. Perenara looking for a runner and finds Laulala. Oh, lovely turnover, beautifully done, and the Wallabies get it back. So the All Blacks again forced to defend. David Pocock it was who made that turnover. Penalty coming. So waiting for an advantage as Hooper makes some ground. No advantage. And the penalty against Laulala. And then Richie McCaw, and this was a moment.
It sure was, Nisbo, and I think even the Australians amongst the 48,457 people here stood as well.
Just over 10 minutes remaining at Eden Park. And boy, have the All Blacks replied to what happened last week in emphatic fashion. Yes, 142 is the magic number. Richie McCaw.
Watch the front balling on the back, okay? Sure it's 5
all things being equal.
Boys, let him land, please.
7 games to come at the Rugby World Cup.
Time on.
That's, of course, he plays all of them, Justin. Line out throw, taken down by Kane Douglas. And now the Wallabies are going to have a shot at the All Blacks. And they're going to get another penalty as well. As White delivers flat pass to Gitto, looking to step. Nonu's in on him. Blacks over the top, but it's another penalty. Nick White just awaiting instructions.
No, on the chest.
The Blacks have conceded 10 penalties.
Chest. I'm not sure, but it was somebody in a black jersey. Once the maul is formed, keep it up. Be very aware of where you are.
So, Pelota now with just over 9 minutes remaining. Pelota now finds Mumm, who's held up off the ground, but he's managed to smuggle the ball to the back. White fires it off. Tamua makes the kick. And good effort by Colin Slade. Timed it up nicely. He was up against Kirtley Beer, but hang on. We're going back for another infringement.
The All Blacks impeded Mumm from being able to get to the ground. They played him in the air and he wasn't able to get to ground, which was illegal at the line-out.
Captain, please. I have 2 penalties now. One collapsing the maul and one driving through before he comes down in the air. If I have another one, it may well be dealt with more than a penalty. Have a word, please. Okay. Time on, not a free.
So another line out here, 5 metres out.
Keep an eye in case you know that I need the number, okay? Because they've had a warning now.
This time Mumm was allowed to land. But the All Blacks have gone low and driven the Wallaby pack. And this is going to struggle to come out. And it's going to be a turnover ball. Nick White is doing his bun to the assistant referee, but it's not going to mean anything.
No. The difference is when you chuck him up, you put him across into them. They didn't come into you. Turnover's legal. Black ball.
I think he's been excellent tonight, Nigel Owens. The game's flowed. He's refereed the breakdown well. Doesn't seem like we've had a truckload of penalties. In fact, we're only on 19, so it's not a terrible amount of penalties for the game, and I think the players have really enjoyed him. He's assertive. You certainly know where you stand. His communication is great at the breakdown, I believe.
She mentioned it earlier, Justin, but you might notice tonight all of the All Blacks wearing black boots. Looks better, doesn't it? Instead of
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah. Did you know I was going to say?
I absolutely did. Yes.
Give yourself some space.
I couldn't picture you trundling around the rugby field back in the day, Nisbo, in fluorescent orange or yellow boots.
No.
Very much a traditionalist. The socks are up as well. You love that too,
yeah,
don't you?
The socks are up. Yeah, most of them. Mind you, the blokes who wear socks down aren't on the field at the moment.
Bind. Set.
Well, this is a good scrum from Australia, but the All Blacks have turned it well, and Reid has come away. Snapped up by Sam Cane. He finds Retallick. There's a breakout. Here's Savia with all his pace. Bumps his way through.
Good tackle.
Wallabies, yeah, it was a good tackle by Giddo as Cane plays halfback. Nialamu hands it on. Now Carter heaves it into centre field. Nice overhand pass. Frees up Colin Slade. Works it off to Ben Smith. An old-fashioned centering kick. And if it bounces, they're in trouble, the Wallabies, but beautifully done by Nick White. Used to be a big part of the game, the centering kick. And Nick White has diffused it magnificently.
Great work from Brodie Retallick there, just to get the little pop away, which sent Severe free. It was nice from Sam Cane as well, who initially picked it up from the back of the ruck, and then, as you mentioned, the centering kick. If this goes to ground, there's lots of pressure. Nick White does a very good job in controlling that.
Also, one of the things that we've talked about tonight is the pressure and the decision-making under that pressure, and Fekitoa did brilliantly there to hold on to the ball and then make that overhand pass.
White kicks it. Smith wants, that's Ben Smith. Thought about a quick one, but no. They go to a conventional line-out. Just over 5 minutes in the game. And go the Wallabies and dispute possession and win it. Out of the centre field, Pirandrani away for Ashley Cooper. Good tackle, Savia. He got past the first one and delivers it to White. Tamua hands it on, ball dropped cold, and that'll be a scrum.
Think about the second half, and you have to admire the way the All Blacks have really attacked this half, but also defensively they've just shut Australia down, whereas in the first half the likes of Ashley Cooper, in particular Folau and co, were getting a lot of ball and were causing them problems. They haven't even featured in this half. In fact, I can't remember Israel Folau with the ball in his hands having an opportunity.
They can't wheel it legally, mind. Okay then, lads. Just keep your standards, keep your scrums tidy, please. You okay there, Manzi, these two? Keep drive square, please.
Well, the All Blacks promised they'd be a different team tonight, and they've certainly lived up to it.
Keep the pressure off each other, please. Bind. Set. Hold there.
Perenara to feed the scrum. Reid, who's been immense off the back. Away for Perenara. Again, the flat kick for Ben Smith, but off. Alau's got it. Now, can he do it all the way? I reckon he can. Israel Folau showing his class, and the Wallabies score a try at last.
Well, it was an interesting option, wasn't it? The 8-9, and then they decided to go for the corner kick. And just mentioned Israel Folau, players like this you need in the game, you need their hands on the ball as much as possible. And he just soared above, and the minute that he caught this, there's Ben Smith, who was the player that was set to catch the ball, so there was no fullback back there, no cover, and Israel Folau, you'd have to say, had a reasonably easy run in.
Yeah, memo to TJ Perenara. Look before you kick, perhaps, because he was lurking, wasn't he? He just kicked with enough elevation for him to run onto it nicely. He had the option to perhaps kick it on the ground where he wouldn't have been so effective. But they don't like conceding tries, the All Blacks. They'll take a look at that one, even with this healthy lead. It is a brilliant counter-attacking 15.
Nick White, the hero from last week, adds 2 further to the total to make it 41 points to 13. And what a strike rate that Israel Folau has. That's his 18th try in just 33 test matches. And he is by far the best in the world at the high ball. Played the AFL, of course, which gives him a considerable advantage. Counting down to the finish of this game, just a couple of minutes away, and Kurandrani takes it in just near the 22 as White, Fardy, Gitto, left it behind Michael Hooper. Here's an opportunity. Fekitoa throws a loose pass, and Kane has to scramble back, and does so, Sam Kane. Now Perenara. Here's Whitelock. Perenara looking to get in there. Penalty coming the way of the All Blacks here. He's playing advantage. So Fekitoa goes quickly to the ball. And Perenara's gone quickly. Off it goes, Fekitoa. Hooper in there scrambling again. Just about turn it over. Perenara now. Kane. Here's Savia. 5 metres away. Nonu's in, joining the action. Now Kano.
Keep your feet.
As Perenara goes flat to Whitelock. In the last minute of the test match, Perenara. They heave it on. Here's Kane looking to offload. Does so. Feketau goes back. Knocked it on, I think. Yes, he did. Just in his haste to snap it up. But the All Blacks have done the job. They have rebounded in the most emphatic fashion. And what a night too for Richie McCaw.
That's great, boys.
Well, there's a few others too, isn't there? We're saying goodbye to tonight. They can all leave this ground with pride.
Give me some space, guys.
Kevin Lamu. You won't see some of these faces back on Eaton Park.
Last play, lads, okay?
What a show Carter, Nonu and Smith have put on for us too.
Crouch.
So past the 80 minutes we go.
Bind. Set.
All Blacks have never been behind in the game. As White throws it under the second row. And delivers. And away goes Ashley Cooper. One final defiant run from inside their 22 from the Wallabies. But they've been outclassed tonight as Falau. They'll fire it around as long as they can. As Ghetto has it. Drops the pass off to Big James Slipper. He lays it back. Here's Nick White again. And all the passes into touch. And that will be that. That is all she wrote as the All Blacks retain the Bledisloe Cup.